Hit it big for me, your man Louis P. You know what it is. Post up and take command. I'm your commander in chief, Louis P. Here with the gang. Look at the squad. The Super Friends. They need no introduction. Okay, they're the best in the game, but I'm gonna introduce them anyway. To my right, I got LB, Lord Brunson, the king of the Eagles fans.
Let's go.
Below, I got the NFC East reigning division champions.
Yeah.
Represented by Law Sports Nation down there.
Yeah.
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
And down in the corner, we got my guy Bad Dog from Bad Dog Sports representing the New York Football Giants. Bad Dizzle, what's good?
Listen, when you said the NFC East division winner, I knew you weren't talking about me.
Hey, I wish I was talking about the two-time, but unfortunately we didn't get it done. So you know how we always start these streams off, and again, like I said, these guys need no introduction. You got Bag Dog about to be at 100K. You got Law, who's a superstar. He can't even walk around without somebody stopping him looking for an autograph. And then LB is about to be a world-renowned, critically acclaimed artist over here. So I don't need to introduce none of these dudes, but we're going to jump into the show. You know, anytime they bless the program, first thing we got to start off is with some trivia. Got to put them on the hot seat. We always start with the division champs. We go in order. So, Law, you're up first. So I didn't do the hard questions this time, guys. You don't have to worry. I think you guys have a chance at getting these questions right. Okay. So, here's the question for you, Law. Micah Parsons was unanimously voted Defensive Rookie of the Year. Prior to Parsons, who was the last Cowboys player to win Rookie of the Year honors? Either side of the ball. Rookie of the Year honors in general.
Oh, my God.
That's right there.
That's Dak Prescott.
It's so easy, you're going to miss it.
It's Dak Prescott, Rookie of the Year. And then they split it, and they gave one to Dak and gave one to Elijah Elliott. So that's
you go.
My
you got
answer,
it.
I'm sticking
ding,
to
ding,
it.
ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Look at that. I told you.
Are you not entertained?
There you go. You got
Are
it.
you not entertained?
Yeah.
That's right. Okay. Next up, LB, the only other playoff participant on the panel. Okay. So,
Yes.
all right. So, Nick Sirianni was the first Eagles head coach to lead his team to the playoffs in year one since who?
Eagles head coaches?
I ain't gonna ask you a Giants question. You ain't gonna know the answer to that.
Year one. It's not the two guys I'm thinking of.
Maybe it is.
Rodney Pete.
No. Coach.
Oh, coach.
Coach.
Damn. That's tough. It's not Andy. I'm going to go with Andy. I don't know who it is. I'm just guessing Andy Reid. It's not Andy, though.
The Chipster.
Chip Kelly.
2013
Damn, it was him.
Yeah.
I can't stand him so much. I forgot he was a coach. I erased that whole time period.
Actually, his first 2 years were playoff years.
Right.
He never had to lose a season. Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. All right, Bad Dog. Here we go. Since Bill Parcells' retirement in this is not the trivia question, but I'm gonna ask you this anyway. Since Bill Parcells' retirement in 1990, how many head coaches have the Giants had?
Let's see. We had Handley, Reeves, Fossil, Coughlin, McAdoo, that freaking guy, Joe Judge, and Shane. 7.
9. You were close.
Oh, so, I forgot Spagnola, right? Because he got fired.
Yeah.
Spagnola.
Yeah.
Spagnola.
He says, all right, so since he's left, 9 coaches, right? Who has the lowest win percentage of those 9 coaches?
Damn.
Oh, wow. It's
definitely between Judge and Shermer.
I'm glad I didn't get those.
McAdoo was 11-5, then 3-13. Judge, it's got to be Joe Judge. Although he was 6-10, so what was he? He's 10. He was 10-23. Shermer was 9-22. That means that Joe Judge had a higher winning percentage. So I'm going to say Pat Shermer had the lowest.
Look at Bad Dog over here using deductive reasoning. Ding, 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 ding. Pat Shermer. Both actually were 9-23. Well, he was 9-23. Judge had the extra game because of the 17-game season.
That's right.
So he was 10-23. So by virtue of that, Shermer had the lower win percentage. Look at you over there.
Now, I got a trivia question for all you guys.
Oh, wow.
Uh-oh.
Super Bowl. I want to see how well you guys know your Super Bowl history.
Oh, Lord.
All right. Law, since you have the most titles in the division.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. In 1977, Super Bowl 12. Last touchdown of that game was caught by Golden Richards. Who threw the touchdown pass?
Jeez. Staubach. I don't know.
Thomas Newhouse.
Newhouse.
Yeah.
Option. Look at that. Look at that. Louis T.
Okay.
Got me.
I told you, this should be easy for you because I told you this one last time. What was the name of the play John Riggins scored the touchdown on against Miami in Super Bowl 17?
You damn sure did tell me the last time, man. I feel bad because I was like, I'm gonna remember the damn name of the play. It was was it something gut?
70 chip.
70 chip.
But they did run 40-50 gut a lot in that game. But yeah, 70 chip was one.
I'm gonna remember that. I promise I'm gonna remember that the next time.
LB. Easy one for you.
This should be easy. I got one Super Bowl.
And it's recent.
It doesn't need to be a win. Just a Super Bowl.
That's true.
Oh,
that's
so
true.
He might be going to 80 on you.
I am going to 80.
He going to McNabb.
Come on.
I'm going to 1980.
He's going to 80 on you.
I wasn't even born, Bad Dog.
It's okay. Laura wasn't born. Laura didn't see 77. I didn't even see 77. And I'm oldest one on here by a mile.
Right.
All right, let's get it.
All right. Who is the field goal kicker for the Eagles in Super Bowl 15?
Damn.
God.
The field goal kicker?
It's history, baby.
This is history. You're right. Right. Whoever that is laughing. Shit. Thomas McDonald. I don't know.
Tony Franklin.
Tony Franklin.
He got right.
So there you go. Yeah, you guys know some Super Bowl history. Somebody said I'm showing my age in the chat. Yes, I am older and completely.
Lord have mercy.
You got me on that one.
Yeah, look, it's always fun when I'm asking the questions. It's tough when the questions start getting asked.
I wanted to ask those questions.
Let me ask all y'all. Let me ask all of you guys the question.
We're finishing last. Is that your question?
Who have the most Super Bowl rings?
I knew he was going to say that. I was about to say, we already know what the answer to the question is going to be. We already know what it is.
Oh, my God.
I just didn't know what the question was going to be, but we knew the answer was going to be the Dallas Cowboys.
I just want to hear it. You got it right.
Man. So before we can move forward,
okay,
we got to visit the past first. Tie up some loose ends, and then we'll bring it to present time, and then we'll move forward. So I'm gonna start it off. Okay, I have a big 00 to offer up to the panel because I was super wrong, not sort of wrong, not kind of wrong. I was super wrong. Okay,
right.
So here's my 00. I don't give these out very often. Okay, I was wrong. Okay, my team was terrible down the stretch. Mm-hmm. There were reasons that you can, talk about. I'm not going to bring them up. We didn't get it done. Dallas kicked our ass not once, but twice. The Eagles kicked our ass not once, but twice.
Twice
the first game was close with Dallas. The second game with the Eagles was close, but we got our ass kicked by both of those teams. So we didn't get it done down the stretch. It's very disappointing. We won 4 in a row. I felt good, and then the bottom fell out of our season, and it was because of y'all. So you probably take great pleasure in that,
right?
And you should. Don't think I'm done talking shit, though. Okay. However, you guys, to the victors go the spoils. You got me.
Oh well, listen. If we're doing that, I mean,
well, see, no. You came up here with a Target bag on your head. So
I did this. That you're talking about the last time we did.
Yes. So you don't have anything to apologize about. You don't have anything to apologize. Now, we want to apologize. I had to apologize all the way back to when we made
apologized last time.
I had to. I'm going to apologize again. My team was so bad. I'm going to apologize again to anybody that had to watch us play, even if you were an Eagles fan or Commanders fan or Cowboys fan, and you had to watch your team play our team. I'm sorry that you had to watch that.
You beat the Eagles, though.
You beat them.
You beat the Eagles.
That's it. That was the greatest win I've had on YouTube because that made Philly 500 wear a Giants jersey and hat.
Oh man, that was
the greatest ever.
Awful for him.
What was the argument? Okay. What was the argument? Was Danny Dimes better than the quarterback over there? What was y'all arguing about? I forgot.
No. It was just a bet. I said if the Giants, I said whoever wins that first game, the second time when we stream, if the Eagles beat us, I'd have to wear an Eric Allen jersey because one of my subscribers bought me an Eric Allen jersey. It's my favorite Eagle of all time. And I'm like, what am I going to do with this? I'm not going to wear it. Let's make a bet out of it. So Philly took that bet, and the Giants ended up beating them because, Jalen Hurts threw 3 interceptions, shot to like 6.
You could also put some of that on the account of Jalen Reagor. He was awful in that game.
No, that's no different than his whole career, though.
Yeah, Hurts wasn't good. That interception before halftime was tragic.
Bad decision.
Hurts was, Jalen Reagor was awful in that game. Yeah. You could argue he was the reason they lost.
No, he's awful in every game. LB will tell you that.
And that's their boy. That's their boy.
I guess.
All right, so Dallas won the division.
Right.
We fast forward to the offseason. Okay. Oh, first of all, I got a bone to pick with you, Law, because when I took mine on the chin, I took mine on the chin.
You did.
You called me on the phone. I picked the phone up and I took the L live.
How did it feel?
You called me at halftime.
Uh-huh.
I took the L.
You should never answer that phone call.
I should have never answered that call because I was hot. I was hot at halftime, but I picked the phone up.
Right? I will never talk to any of you guys if you ever call me and we play that same day. I'm gonna talk to you 24 hours, and if I lose, I'm sure I pick up the phone.
So what are you trying to allude to now? What are you trying to say?
Listen, you're not gonna get me if you call me if I'm playing one of y'all. That's what you're gonna get.
Look,
especially if I'm losing.
I'm not mad at you for that, LB. I'm not mad at you for that. All right, because I started to not pick the phone up.
Right.
I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do them like that because the game wasn't over. Right.
Okay. While
we were losing, had he called me at halftime of the second game, I wasn't picking the shit up. Okay. I wasn't. It was like 80-7 at halftime of the second game. I wasn't picking the phone up. But the first one, they dominated us, but we were still in the game. So he calls me after the game while I'm streaming live, and all of his little minions are in the comment section. Hey, Law's hitting you up. And I'm like, I haven't seen anything. I got nothing on my phone. I don't know he's hitting me up. So I was like, yo. So I went and seeked him out like, yo, if you trying to come on. And he was doing his live thing. So we did it. You know what I'm saying? I came on, whatever. It was cool. Fast forward to the playoff game when they lose to San Francisco, right?
Right.
I'm live. He's live. And all my viewers are like, yo, hit Law up. He hit you up. Hit him up. I'm like, no, I'm going to leave him alone, man. It's an emotional time.
Right.
Playoff losses hit different. I'm going to let that man live. I'm going to let him rock.
Right.
They're like, nah, hit him up. So I hit him up. Do you think this man picked up the phone?
Wait a minute.
No, he didn't.
Hold on.
No, he didn't.
How dare you? You wasn't even invited into the club. You were sitting on the couch eating your oodles and noodles, spectator, so you wanted to call in while our team was in the playoffs. That's okay. Because you already know. Look, I wasn't going to run from it, but I was pissed off about my Cowboys.
I watched the whole entire video. I know you was hot. I watched the whole video.
Yeah, I was hot, boy. And now
I needed Dallas out the playoffs ASAP.
Dog.
I needed that to happen.
I was feeling good. I was feeling good about that game.
Hey, LB, me and your boy Philly 500, we had a bet on the line. And he would have had to wear the Cowboys blue on that Eagles stuff. You know what I'm saying?
He would have had to wear Cowboys.
But guess what? We both got bounced off the first round. So,
Good.
I was hoping. I said, man, I couldn't wait to see that nice silver and blue.
That would have been tragic.
Oh, my God. No, the bet was he had to change his profile pic to my face for the whole week. And I've just been sitting there like.
Oh, that would have hurt.
That would have been sitting there
like. That would have hurt.
Yeah. But it is.
He would have absolutely did. Philly's such a man of his word. He'd have just ate that. He'd have did it.
That would have been brutal.
But guess what? I did predict last year that I'm gonna pull out the broom on all of y'all. And y'all was sitting there grinning and skinning, keying. And I said, yeah, I'm going to sweep all of y'all. Guess what? I don't have to wait till we get to that point. We're going to repeat this, por favor. We're going to do the same
predicted
thing
playoffs. Again. I predicted playoffs.
Let's go.
You want me to tell you what was more impressive than that?
What's that?
Was the fact that I chastised you. I'm not going to lie.
Right.
Oh, man. I killed you because you lost the first game of the season in Tampa on your prediction, and then you ran off like 13 straight before you had another loss. I think it might have been to like Kansas City. It was like 11 or 12 straight before you gave your team another loss. And y'all actually, tried to do that. Yeah. Like at one point you had won like 7, 8 in a row or something like that after losing to Tampa Bay. And I was like, hey, man, this bastard law might actually be right about this shit. I was over here like, somebody need to beat their ass real quick so this shit can stop.
Yeah.
That was crazy though. So I got to give you props on that.
I appreciate it. I tell you what, I was feeling that way about Brunson when he was in the Giants, and every game was like, oh, that's a loss. Oh, that's a loss. Oh, that's a loss. And I'm like, and I'm thinking to myself, damn it, Brunson's right. Every damn game is a loss.
That's the worst feeling when you like, man, I want him to be wrong so bad.
But when they beat us, man, when we lost to the Giants, that was a pain like no other for me, man, that week, man. I was disgusted.
I bet. I mean, and that's brutal because you knew how bad they were. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And y'all always find a way to beat them. Right. And for you to lose in that fashion to that team in particular, I mean, it was crazy.
Were we in Philly or were we in New York?
It was in the Meadowlands.
It was in New York.
Didn't
y'all retire somebody's jersey that day? Was a straight hand?
It was straight hand night.
Yeah. So the first thing I want to do is I want to do something called wordplay. Okay. I know LB knows all about that. You know what I'm saying? Broke dudes got rollies now. PP money, PPP money slowing down. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Stop listening to them songs, man.
So anyway, what we're gonna do is I just want one word and a description for that word of your off season. So I'm gonna go first because I put you on the spot. So one word to describe your off season, and then explain why you use that one word to describe your off season. So for me, as a Washington Commanders fan, the one word I would use to describe our offseason is desperate. We were desperate this offseason, and our head coach was not ashamed to let anybody know that we were desperate out on these streets. We needed a quarterback, and we would do anything that it took to get one. And nobody wanted to come here. Russell Wilson chose Denver over Washington. Right. Derek Carr was like, nah, I'm good. Even Jimmy Garoppolo said, hey, don't call me. Don't hit my line. I'm good. When Jimmy Garoppolo's saying, I don't want to come, your situation's bad. So we went to the one guy that didn't have a no trade clause, that couldn't say no. That's Carson Wentz. So we were desperate this offseason. We traded away 2 third-round picks, which wasn't a steep price. One, Eagles know about this. One can turn it, the second, third-round pick can turn into a second. If he plays at 70% of the snaps, which he will if he stays relatively healthy. I don't see him not. And but the part that really sucked was we ate the $28 million of salary cap that came attached with his contract. And that forced us to have to cut guys that we didn't want to cut because we had $33 million worth of cap space going into the offseason. He ate 28 of it, just like that. So now you're hurting. So we had to cut guys that we didn't want to cut. And it was a necessary evil, though, because as we all know, in this league, if you don't have a quarterback, you don't have a chance. So we've been in the quarterback wilderness for damn near the better part of 4 decades. There's been every now and again, we'll get a little tent, to shield us from the rain. But 2012 Robert Griffin, 2015 with Kirk Cousins, but we haven't had a actual quarterback that we can call our own, a franchise quarterback, since Joe Theismann. I mean, calling a spade a spade. You're talking about 1985.
Man, I'm old enough to remember that. That's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
Long
time. So we're trying to get out of the quarterback wilderness so bad that we were desperate enough to tell everyone around the league we need a quarterback. We hit everybody's line. We hit Cleveland up for Baker. He wasn't available then. We hit the Raiders up for Derek Carr. He wasn't available. We hit up the Indianapolis Colts. Obviously, we ended up with Carson Wentz, but before we hit them up, we hit up Seattle for Russell Wilson, and we hit up Green Bay for Aaron Rodgers. Obviously, none of those dudes were coming here.
Right.
So I almost feel sorry for y'all.
Yeah.
Don't feel sorry for us because we made this bed. We have to lie in it, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully, we're getting out of it now, but I still got my doubts about Carson Wentz, but one thing's for sure, he's the best quarterback we've had since Ron Rivera got here, which isn't saying much, but it's saying a lot too. So I'll go to you, Law. What's the one word that you would use to describe your offseason?
Real quick, LB, you can look forward to Carson Wentz throwing more passes to the Eagles.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Carson Wentz is what they just did was ended his career. He is not going to be able to function in this division playing these teams he's already played before. I can't wait to play Carson Wentz.
I can't wait for him to play you guys as well. He's excited, and I'm excited. So
I hope Wentz stays healthy for you guys, though.
I'm going to say something reckless right now, but
what's that?
I got the second best quarterback in the division.
Okay.
But I will say this though: Wentz can go off, and if Wentz can stay hot, I'm telling you, it's like a whirlwind. Me being the guy who witnessed 2017, if he could stay hot, he's a different animal, bro.
We know that the problem is 2017 feels like eons ago.
Right.
It was.
Now this is the thing that people forget. 17 was MVP like. Had he not gotten injured, I think he would have won the MVP that year. 18, he was good, led you back to the playoffs. He got hurt again. Nicholas Foles came in. You should have beat Chicago if Alshon Jeffrey could catch. You would have beat, New Orleans. You would have beat New Orleans if Alshon Jeffrey could catch. So then the following year, he took the most ragtag bunch of Eagle receivers, skill position guys, and took you to the division crown, and then got hurt when Jadeveon Clowney needed him in his helmet. So people forget that he was good all the way up until 2019.
Right.
So we got a chance. And it's not like he was terrible last year. He was 27-7. I don't like throwing that number out there because you have to watch the games. That doesn't tell the story. Yeah, 27-7 doesn't.
That Jaguar game was just terrible.
Yeah. The Raiders game wasn't that much better.
Yeah.
All right, Law, you up.
I try to dodge it as much as I could, try to talk about something else. But my off season and heading into everything, I got one word, and it's hope. Write this down, everybody. Hold on. Pain. Ending. That's the acronym for hope. Hold on. Pain ending soon, basically. Because what happened here is we don't make a lot of deals in free agency, and we depend on the draft. The draft is the bloodline for the Cowboys, and that's all we have for this offseason. Hope. We have, a murder situation. We lost Randy Gregory. We lost, of course, a whole situation as it relates to not jumping into the draft, not jumping into the off season to do anything in the free agency. So we don't dance around and we lost Amari Cooper. I forgot to bring him up. Every single news outlet, when a wide receiver think about becoming free, we hear the news over here just like this. Dallas Cowboys is now interested in Scary Terry since he have a dispute with the contract for the Washington Commanders. Oh, the Dallas Cowboys also is interested in DK Metcalf. The Dallas Cowboys is interested in Deebo Samuel. So that's the problem that we have. I can't wait until the draft come in and kick in. That's when we dominate the draft time. So write that down. Hope.
The word I had was exodus. Exodus. It was a mass exodus this offseason for y'all.
We got Willie McClay, man. Willie, come on, save the boys. Jerry Jones got outside kids. Y'all know how this thing goes. Yep. Everything left and right. Look, we just need the Cowboys to get hope. That's all we have left. We don't have anything else but hope.
Zeke making a bag, too.
They were looking at him like, bro, if we could, we would cut your ass right now.
He making a bag. He got them in a hard place.
Yeah, he couldn't do it. Yep. All right, LB, one word for your offseason.
I'm gonna go with content. I feel like on the offense now, defense, I like what the Philadelphia Eagles done defensively. You bring in a linebacker from the Chargers. You go out there and you get Hassan Reddick. You know what I mean? You make some moves. You bring back Fletcher Cox. So you're trying to keep a stable core, so to speak. You bolster up that linebacking core. That's something that you really, really needed to do. Even bring back Derek Barnett as a rotational piece. I like what they kind of did, defense-wise. But offensively, I just feel like we just been content. We didn't put anything in place to really, really help Jalen Hurts at all, to see what we really, really got in the quarterback. Because I put it to you like this. If the Philadelphia Eagles were to get Deebo Samuels, for instance, now you got Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert. That's going to open up the middle of the field for Dallas Goedert. You get to see what you have in the quarterback at that point. If you bring this dude out here with Zach Pascal and Jalen Reagor and all of these guys, you're still going to have question marks, man. You're not going to be able to directly place blame on him because you didn't put nothing around him. You don't need nothing offensive line-wise. You really don't need much running back-wise. You needed to make a play for a guy like Allen Robinson. You needed to make a play for a guy like Mike Williams. You just sat back and let all of these people do this stuff, and then you bring in Zach Pascal. I mean, we ain't do nothing to help this kid. So I think these guys are content. I think these guys are being cheap. I mean, shit, you need another word? You know what I mean? I'm mad about how they did the offensive side of the ball, but I'm gonna go with content though, man.
Okay. That's a good word. I like that. And I think maybe their thought process, I don't know if this is what they're thinking, but maybe they feel like they're gonna address offense in the draft. You got a lot of draft capital, but I totally get where you're coming from on that. Bad Dog, talk to me.
What was your word? What you had for us?
My word is change.
No, I'm talking to Louis T.
Oh, remember my word was desperate. Desperate.
Oh, for us?
Offseason was no. For y'all. No. I didn't have a word for y'all. I didn't have a word for y'all.
Oh, okay.
No. I just had one for Dallas.
Moses.
Yeah. My word is change. Enough is enough over here. 22 wins in 5 years, 3 head coaches, 3 GMs. Enough is enough. It is time for a change with the New York Giants. It is time to hit the draft. It is time to draft players that you need to fill holes like the offensive line, defensive end, this type of thing. It's time to stop missing on top 10 picks. It's time to get the philosophy back. New York Giants football is winning in the trenches. I like what we did. Joe Shane has proven that he can get some good offensive linemen late in the draft. I love the addition of Brandon Brown from the Eagles because when I look at what Philadelphia did, I hate the Eagles more, like right up there with the Red Sox to me, okay? I got to give credit where it's due. That team is predicted to win 4. Brunson didn't pick them to win 4 games. A lot of people 4-13, 5. Right. No respect. With good reason. You look at that team and say, what do you got? They found a way to win 9 games. And it's because the offensive line continues to produce. They could run the ball. The reason the Eagles didn't win more is because they made Jalen Hurts throw the ball too many damn times. Run the ball. We
would have been we had 10 wins. We had 10-win team if Reagor catch that one pass. You know what I mean?
I ain't worried about that. That was my one shining light. Can I have that, please?
Yeah, trying to take that from you.
But we need to change. And again, we changed pretty much from top to bottom. And the Giants have got to make changes. They got to hit on this. Next year is going to be a bigger change because our quarterback ain't going to be here next year. But it starts this season with the change. And that's going to start by nailing this draft. We had no cap space, obviously, to go out and get big-name free agents. And that doesn't work. Law, you mentioned Cowboys build to the draft. Well, that's the way any team needs to build. You add pieces through free agency, but you build to the draft. And that's something that the Giants have forgotten because we haven't built to the draft, which is why we've been banned for 5 years. When you don't hit your draft picks, you are going to struggle, especially when you miss on Barkley, which we did. He looked like a superstar, but then he's hurt, and you can't miss on your second pick. We took Daniel Jones 6th overall, and while some Giants fans still want to give him the benefit of the doubt, say he's got no talent around him, he's got no line, he hasn't shown that he can improve. He hasn't shown he's improved, and now his contract's up. Man, I'm not giving him a second contract. We missed on that pick.
Yep. D-Law.
Right.
Dexter Lawrence. Yep.
Right. Dexter Lawrence. DeAndre Baker. We traded up for him. He ain't even there.
Yeah.
We missed on a lot of players, a lot of first-round picks. What's Kadarius Toney?
Did he show up today? Did he show up?
No, he hasn't showed up.
He's not showing up.
He's rapping too, huh?
There you go. Yeah, right. Young Joker. So it's time for a change because this team has been a joke, and I'm sick and tired. It's time for a change. Change for the New York Giants.
So
this is horrible.
Y'all not picking up his 5th-year option, are y'all?
The hell no.
Yeah.
$22 million?
For me,
so we got
best case scenario, he goes out, he kills it this year, we franchise tag him. make them do it again. That's the best case scenario. I'm not giving them $22 million. No way.
And y'all to trade him, James Bradbury, right?
They might just have to cut him. I mean, it's going to save $12 million. The Giants are in a weird predicament because they don't have enough cap space to really sign 2 top 10 picks. I don't know if they're going to trade back or what they're going to do, because the 5th and the 7th overall pick take a lot of money. It take a lot of cap space. Yeah. So they might just end up having to cut him to save the $12 million, but maybe they'll get a 6th or 7th round pick from somebody. But I can't see Bradbury being on his team, which makes me believe maybe Sauce Gardner's in the works for the Giants if he's there at 5. I don't know. I'm waiting for the draft. I can't wait.
Go get Evan Neal.
I get him too. There's a lot of guys I'm excited about. Ike Ekwonu, Evan Neal, Kayvon Thibodeau, Sauce Gardner. If 2 of those 4 guys are there, we get to them, I'll be happy.
We got desperate hope and change. This was sad listening to y'all talk, by the way. I ain't gonna lie. It was pretty sad. That's why I kept laughing. I don't want y'all to think that was wrong with me. We went from desperate hope and change. Everybody was just sad as hell.
Did you see the Giants team been sad as hell for half a decade?
When you win 7 games, hey, that's how it is, man. When you win 7 games and you go through another 4 quarterbacks like you did the year before. And I mean, hell yeah, that desperate is definitely the word that you use. And he definitely was desperate this offseason. The man went on a full campaign. Right. I mean, he went on a world tour telling anybody that would listen, hey, we got a good roster. Y'all should come join us. And there's nobody buy that shit.
But check this out, Louis T. and Laura Brunson. Check this out. I can literally use that same slogan for last year. We hoped that Dak Prescott can still throw the ball. We hope that Dan Quinn can elevate this defense last year from the 30th rank down to the 12th rank. So it's the same situation because we didn't do anything in the free agency. We hope that we hit on our draft picks, and bam, we hit on our draft pick. Dak Prescott was still able to throw the ball. For the first 6 weeks of the season, we were ranked 3rd in rushing. And on top of that, we had a good situation in the philosophy with our offensive line. It just crumbled on us down the stretch, and we was able to put Band-Aids over the bullet wound. And when it got to the playoff time, it revealed itself. So now I hope that these guys can get things going. But it's a hard situation to hope that we can get some production out of James Washington, of what we've seen out of Amari Cooper. That's just crazy.
Yeah, I actually think he's talented, but
he ain't no Amari Cooper.
Right. I mean that was a surprise to me that y'all traded him for what y'all traded him for. I know why you did what you had to do because they were eating his contract, but still, I just didn't see that one coming. I mean, the goal is to have more talent, not less of it.
Right.
And I listened to Stephen Jones talk about, moving Amari Cooper. This ain't the NBA. I don't need to move dudes so we can get more minutes for other dudes. It's enough space out here for all of them to be on the field at the same time and everybody get the football. Having Amari Cooper out there, because to me, you got slower on offense.
Right. And then we paid a guy that's not going to be available until week 6, maybe week 7.
It doesn't make a ton of sense to me.
Right.
The Browns was real strategic with that, though, man. As soon as they got Amari Cooper, and here comes Deshaun Watson, it was like out of the blue. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
They was real strategic with that.
They knew what was going on.
And you already know what they're gonna do. They're gonna run the ball. They're gonna pound that thing, and and they're gonna do that the good old fashioned football.
Yeah, and they're gonna play at your fate and go right up top. So, all right. So the draft is 1 week away. All right. So as Bad Dog said, they've got 2 top 10 picks. Eagles, they got 70 picks in the draft, and Dallas. You got what was it, 26? You got 20. You got the 24th pick. 24th pick in the first round, and then you got 9 overall. We only have 6 picks. Again, desperation. So everything that we do has to be very strategic because we don't have a lot of draft capital. And so, the question I have for each member of the panel is: what is the direction your team is going to take in the draft? And then what happens? What is the domino effect because of what you do in the draft? Is there a player that may be released? Is there a position that if you don't get in the draft, you may have to look to free agency for after the draft is over? Because there are still a lot of veteran players that are looking for teams that haven't been signed yet. And teams aren't going to sign them now because they're so close to the draft and they're going to wait to see if they get those players on the roster, if they get those positions filled. If they don't, that's when they start hitting up some of these veterans. So what's the direction for your draft? What do you expect your team to do in day 1, day 2. Those are the days that really matter. You build your roster in day number 3 with special teams guys, 4th, 5th, 6th round, things of that nature. Right. But the first 2 rounds are the guys you look to have instant impacts on your rosters. So talk to me about that. Again, to the victors go to sports. We start with Law. What are y'all looking to do in the draft?
Well, first and foremost, we got holes. And first you got to identify the holes on your team. We got a hole at an interior on guard spot. We got a vacancy spot there. We got a vacancy spot at wide receiver. And one can argue we got vacancies on the front 4 of the defense and as well as the front 7. You can talk about that all together. But here's where we got to go. We got to go with BPA, best player available. I'm looking – my eyes is on Zion Johnson. I really like what he brings to the table. Tyler Linderbaum, I like him as well. As far as wide receiver, Treylon Burks, he would be a nice situation for us. But I'm building my philosophy, not the Cowboys and not anybody else, but my philosophy is built from the inside out, meaning that you build with your core. And the core players will be a guard or a tackle, or on the defensive side, a defensive interior guy like a Jordan Davis or a linebacker. One of those guys need to be picked in this draft to be picked up. And just like what you said, Bad Dog, if James Bradbury is released, that's a productive player that you guys can't afford. So after the draft, hear me out, Cowboy Nation, if we don't get that DB, we can at least bring Bradbury in for a cup of coffee, right? Because we got issues and warts with our DBs. Bradbury had, 4? He had 3 or 4 interceptions last year. I think that he's a good cornerback that you can bring in for a cup of coffee. So that would be a situation. So I look at it like this. There will be teams out there that will release their guys predicated upon who they pick up in the draft. And that's my biggest wart with the Cowboys. Why would you give to Cincinnati La'el Collins? You could have held tight to that. There was no reason to release him before the draft. That's your wild card. All you had to do is hold on to La'el, and then after the first round or what have you, Cincinnati didn't get who they really liked, then the Cowboys could have said, you know what? We would give you La'el Collins for that pick right there, or we'll give you La'el Collins for that second round pick right there. You know, that's how you will and deal, but we didn't do that. We just gave them, like my guy, we just gave them La'el Collins, big boy. I digress.
When you strap for cash, boy, it make you show your ass a little bit. So.
But they can't use the $10 million after June 2nd.
Yeah, I mean, we did the same thing. We cut Landon Collins. We can't use that money, that $8 million that we save, and I think it balloons to like 11 or 12. We can't use that till post June 1. So I mean, I totally get it.
I didn't know Collins is still on the streets.
Yeah, I mean, again, he's one of those guys, one of those positions where we're gonna see what we can get in the draft. If we don't, his phone will ring after the draft is over. Okay. And just so you know, James Bradbury is a dog, right? Yeah. So he ain't gonna be in your price range. Is what I'm trying to say.
What you trying to say? He might be humble.
Y'all broke over there. Team like Kansas City got all the money they need. They gonna jump on him. Yeah. Ain't no way you getting James Bradbury if they cut him loose. I'm just trying to tell you that right now.
Oh my God!
Not James want to stay in the division to stick it to the Giants, and I don't think he care that damn much.
He probably want to. He want to stick it to the Giants.
I don't know. That defense would be crazy in Dallas though. That secondary would be good.
I don't know. The Giants gave him all that money. Why would he want to stick it to us? We just can't afford him that.
Right, exactly. I don't think he would be looking.
We helped him out.
We come to Dallas land. We sitting on $25 to $24 million. We got
money.
That's the craziest thing. We got money. We can do what the Cleveland Browns did.
Now, does that count
and then spread them out?
Before or after your draft picks, though?
That's what I'm saying. You
got draft picks typically the draft picks $7 to $8 million. So we still in the clear. Our biggest problem is that we decided to put the franchise tag on Dalton Schultz, right? And what you guys did, y'all released y'all tight end, right? Y'all just released him.
Everybody.
Hey, right now. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie. I was over there looking at Dalton like, hey, what's good over there, man?
You like Dalton for 11?
Huh?
You like Dalton for 11?
We was thinking about paying. Now this was a couple of off seasons ago, but we was thinking about paying Austin Hooper like $10 million until he got like 10.5 from Cleveland. So that was before we got Logan Thomas, so we weren't in the market for no. Yeah, but I was looking. I was like, hey, what y'all doing over there, man? But that was too rich for our blood. I mean, especially after we got Carson Wentz.
But we got your boy. Carson Wentz. We got Jeremy Sprinkle, man.
Sprinkle me, bitch.
Sprinkle me.
LB.
Yeah.
Draft time. Talk to me.
Yeah.
Y'all already made a move. Your boy Howie's over there wheeling and dealing. I already talked about that. Man's over there playing chess. Everybody else playing checkers. I see what he's doing over there.
If it's me, though, we still got a lot of holes to fill. So I can't give you like one position. But if you're talking about from the start of the draft all the way to day 2, that gives us 3 picks. And I think these are the 3 positions that I think you need to pick. I think you need to get you a wide receiver. Jalen Reagor averaged 17 yards a game. Jalen Reagor is trash. Arcega-Whiteside, we just moved him over to tight end. This is his last chance in the league, probably. That's another example of us being cheap. If you couldn't catch being a wide receiver, you probably can't catch being a tight end. But we decided to slide him over there, but he could block, whatever. Now, fast forward, I think you need to get you a defensive end as well. We were second to last in sacks last year. That's not the Philadelphia Eagles' DNA.
Right.
Since the year 2000, we got the second most sacks, only behind Pittsburgh. We were second to last, only in front of I think it was Atlanta or something like that. You need an edge rusher. I'm looking at Devontae Wyatt. He could play on the inside. He could play on the outside. The dude is just a freakish athlete. You know what I mean? He's in our range. He should be available. I'm looking at a guy like that. And now you let Rodney McLeod go. You lost Steven Nelson. You need a cornerback. You need a safety. You got so many holes to fill, and you could have addressed, you know what I'm saying, helping Jalen Hurts out, like I said earlier. But now you got to help Jalen Hurts out. That's another hole you got to fill. So we all over the place with this, man. Kelsey on his last year. You got to look at his replacement. It's a lot of stuff you got to look at if you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan. I think we're in a weird spot, though. I think that you either got to take your shot and swing for the fences now, because you got guys like Kelsey for one more year, build as much as you can, get whoever you could get, try to go as deep as you can go, because you still got them 2 first-round picks for next year.
So you going O-line or what? What'd you say you going, O-line or D?
I'm going wide receiver, defensive end, safety, or cornerback.
Lord, I hope y'all go with wide receiver again.
Please do. Yeah. Please do. You have to.
I mean, that'll be 3 years in a row, right? First round, right?
The only other franchise that did it 3 years in a row, consecutive years, was Detroit.
Detroit Lions. I remember.
Right. Look at them. I call them the Detroit Giants.
they were terrible. Right. All right, Bad Dog. Talk to me. I mean, y'all just as rich in terms of draft capital as the Eagles are. Talk to me about your draft.
We might be more rich than the Eagles. 2 top 10 picks, 3 top 36 picks, 5 picks in the top 81. Again, with the Giants, there's so many options. It makes me feel really good when there's a really knowledgeable content creator out there like Law Nation that just echoes the sentiments that I've been saying all along as you build from the inside out. Throwing the ball around is great. I know it's an offensive league. It's quarterback league. I know all this. The game is still won in the trenches. The Giants have been pushed around way, way too long. So there's a lot of ways the Giants go. Me personally, I am usually a defensive guy. This year, I'm like, you got to fix this offensive line. You got to. Listen, it's Saquon Barkley's last year. It's Daniel Jones's last year. Give them an offensive line. Let's see what they can do. Let's see if Daniel Jones really can play behind a good offensive line and if he's worth that franchise tag next year. And if not, set the next quarterback up for success by having a wall in front of him. But at the same time, Logan Ryan's gone. We got like 2 safeties. James Bradbury's probably not going to be here, which means who are our cornerbacks? Our secondary is lacking. You guys are talking about holes. You got to find me one position that I think is good here. This is a sieve. The Giants have holes everywhere, except for maybe Andrew Thomas. So we need a right tackle. We need a center. We need a guard. We need 2 guards. We need a corner. We need a safety. We need a quarterback. That won't be addressed till next year. We could use James Cook later in the draft, maybe from Georgia. There's a lot of talk about the Giants like a James Cook out of Georgia. We always take a Bulldog every year because you don't know about Barkley. Can Barkley stay healthy is a huge question. But, I mean, you've got to address the line. And whether that's with, like I said, a right tackle and Kayvon Thibodeau, whether that's Kayvon Thibodeau and Sauce Gardner, and Joe Shane says, I can find talent later in the draft on the offensive line. Whether Evan Neal, I don't really know what they want to do. Whether that's taking Ekwonu or Evan Neal and trade him back later in the draft, if somebody wants to trade him and get a quarterback, and you can get a Tyler Linderbaum at, say, 20 if you trade with Pittsburgh. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know, but There's so many things the Giants need to do. There's so many options. There's so many holes. You can pretty much take anything and I'm going to be happy, except for wide receiver. I'll blow a gasket. If they take a quarterback, forget it. And it'll be Daniel Jones, all over again for me. But whatever they do, they got to hit on these picks. They have got to hit on these picks, at least those first three. You can go 2 offensive linemen. There's a lot of talk about a Beakway from Penn State being there at 36. Maybe you take some of that draft capital, move up. Maybe you get Zion Johnson late if you can move up in front of the Cowboys. There's a lot of things.
Yeah.
This is why these GMs get paid that big money, because they have to make these decisions. What do you do with that draft capital? Do you keep 2 top 10 picks? Do you trade back? If you trade back, you got to make sure you get enough in return to make it worth it. There's a lot that the Giants have to do. And Joe Shane's taken over the worst possible spot, because when Gettleman took over, I didn't think it could be worse when he left, but it is. We have no talent and we're in worse cap position. So he took a complete dumpster fire and just dumped a truckload of gasoline on the thing. And now it's Joe Shane's turn to try to extinguish that, rebuild. So give me the trenches, man. Offensive and defensive line. I'm building from the inside out. That's what I want to do.
And speaking of that and sticking with that topic, 2 years ago when we did this, everybody but Law or Lord Brunson, LB, had a brand new coach. He was the only guy that wasn't, having a new coach and having all this change and turnover. Now you are by yourself with a whole bunch of change and turnover. How do you feel about the new conglomerate that you have in New York with the GM and the head coach and everything? Pretty much bringing Buffalo to New York.
Like I said, I mean, you got to give them a chance. I don't really know what they're going to do. I'll know more about it, what direction they're going to go when they draft. I mean, that's the whole thing. Shane really didn't have any leniency here with doing anything. We went out and got Glowinski. That was like the biggest move we could make. He did try to get some depth on the offensive line, which I appreciate. But I'll know more at the direction of the team when he drafts. I think we'll have a better, but like I said, to me, the Brandon Brown son, I loved that. I loved making him our assistant GM. Cause like I said, I look at what Philadelphia did and I look at the way they win games there. And I'm like, see, the Giants got to learn to get back to that. You got to learn how to get, Daniel Jones is not Pat Mahomes. Daniel Jones is not Josh Allen. There was a lot of Giants fans said, oh, we got Kenny Galladay. Daniel Jones going to have a Josh Allen year 3. Well, no. He's not Josh Allen. But if Jalen Hurts can win in Philadelphia, Daniel Jones can win if he had the right pieces around him and we're able to run the ball. And Daniel Jones doesn't have to carry the team. If he just has to make a couple throws here and there, we might be able to win some games. Right. But you have to be able to run the ball. You can't be one-dimensional. You can't have Daniel Jones dropping back 3rd and 9, 3rd and 12, because no matter who the quarterback is, you're going to get killed when you're 3rd and long on a consistent basis. You got to be able to run the ball. You got to be able to control the ball, wear down the opposition's defense, and give your defense a rest at the same time. There's a lot predicated on the run. It also enhances play action. It gets your tight ends open. It makes linebackers bite up to the line of scrimmage. It brings guys closer to the line of scrimmage, which allows big plays down the field. There's a lot of things you could do. I feel like John Madden. My hands are all over the place. But, that's why I really like the Brandon Brown edition. Philadelphia don't have the most talent in the world offensively, but they're good enough to win. And again, that's kind of what we have to do. We have to start building in that direction and get better as time goes on. But it all starts in the trenches. I want to see Joe Shane address that part of the New York Giants.
I think y'all going to draft a quarterback.
Stop it, LB. Why trying to LB? I'm old.
I'm gonna tell you who. I think y'all going to draft Malik Willis.
Put a little spice over there.
No, put it this way. Why would they draft him? They just gave Tyrod Taylor $17 million. They got Daniel Jones. What are they going to do with Malik Willis?
Yeah. Because the ball is used to those guys with those big arms, man. Malik Willis.
What are we going to do with 3 quarterbacks? We can't even.
What do you mean? They're going to groom Malik Willis. Tyrod Taylor is not a long-term option.
Oh, he's but what are we going to do with Malik Willis?
If Malik Willis is a project with a big arm like Josh Allen was thought of, you're going to try to groom him. You're really going to try to make that Buffalo thing work in New York, I think. You're going to draft Malik Willis.
We can't afford to draft the project. Yeah. If the Giants did take Malik Willis, I'm not going to be happy, but it's not my preference. But out of all the quarterbacks in this draft, that's the one I want. Not even close. There's nobody even close. Malik Willis is definitely raw on a project, but he's got the highest ceiling of any of these other quarterbacks coming out of it.
I agree.
So if they do go quarterback, I'm I can live with him. I don't want Kenny Pickett over here. I don't want Desmond Ridder over here. I don't want those guys.
But what you're talking about when you say you can't afford? Are you thinking that you guys are in a window now?
Well, this is the way
I'm still developing, right?
When I looked at Malik Willis's, and again, I don't break down film, I don't do any of that. So I go back, I look at the game against Ole Miss.
Right.
He doesn't play well. He's a one-read quarterback, and they're getting killed. And I read the comments, and I read this. He's got no talent around him. Oh, if he had talent around him, he'd be great if he had talent around him. He'd be so good. He's playing for Liberty. What do you expect? They're playing Ole Miss. The Giants are the Liberty of the NFL, man. There is no talent there. You are setting Malik Willis up for failure if you bring him in here. Now, on the flip side, yeah, you could sit Malik Willis on the bench for a year and try to build that offensive line and bring him in year 2. That is a philosophy maybe Joe Shane looks to do. Nothing would surprise me at this point with the New York Giants.
Bad dog. Y'all not drafting a quarterback.
I know.
Don't worry about it.
Right.
You're not drafting a quarterback. You don't have to explain that shit. You're not drafting a quarterback.
Because LB had to do that to me. He had He didn't put it back here.
Yeah, he put it back here. No, you're not drafting a quarterback. Don't worry. I can assure you of all the things. I did a mock draft. Of all the things, all the possibilities, y'all not drafting a quarterback. You don't have to worry
LB, you should draft him.
Hey.
No, I don't think so. I think we actually got the best quarterback in the division.
You gonna put a pin in that? We gonna put a pin in that.
I think we got the best quarterback in the division. Actually.
Hey, Lord, hit that again. Hit that again.
I'll tell you what.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
He didn't look very good against us. I can tell you that.
Well, he went to the playoffs. He's a playoff quarterback. He got the second most playoff minutes than every other quarterback in his division. Dallas got more playoff minutes. He got a better playoff career than Carson. At least he finished his game.
Look,
oh, man.
Look, I'm just gonna tell you this. Our guy is the second best quarterback. We're gonna put a pin in it. Matter of fact, we're gonna put a pin in it. I'm gonna get to some of these comments first because you done started something. We're gonna come back to that. We got some comments. Let's get to some of the comments in the comment section. Metaphor, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB. He writes, your boxes must be predicting the NFC East standings. I think you're right. I don't know which direction you're going in, but I know I'm at the top in the corner for first place. I don't know if you're going down, if you're going to the right, or where
we'll
you're
be
going.
last.
We'll
be last.
Yeah. That I think you might be right. You might be on to something there, Metaphor. Okay. Michael White, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB. Writes, besides owner, if you could change one thing about your team's direction, what would it be? Law, take that first. Besides owner. You know what? I'm gonna stop picking on you first because you won the division. I ain't gonna make you suffer this time.
Go ahead.
LB, take this one first. Besides
owner, what could I change? I would dial up more blitzes. I would definitely blitz more. We don't blitz as much as we should. We rely on pressure from 4 way too much. I would definitely send some linebackers, especially the ones we got, since they can't cover. Maybe they can hit somebody.
Yeah, I agree with you. Your defensive coordinator doesn't blitz nearly enough.
Yeah.
I think he plays too much coverage, and like you said, you guys had one of the lowest pressure rates on the interior of your defensive line of any team in the league last year. So I think, and this is why I mocked you guys getting a defensive tackle with your first pick, because I think that's where you probably need to focus. And you tried to trade Fletcher Cox. You know, it didn't work. You weren't able to move him. And now he's back one more year. He's gone after this. And if I'm not mistaken, Javon Hargraves is on the last year of his deal as well. So I think it's imperative that you draft a defensive tackle in the first round. If you ask me this year, one of your first round picks, we'll see. What about you, Bad Dog?
I'll be honest. I think we changed everything but the owner this offseason. So there you go. I mean, we did. Everything is gone. New GM, new assistant GM, new coaching staff. Mm-hmm. So really, we have changed everything. And like I said, it really comes down to the draft, and we have to address the trenches, whether that's 2 guys on the offensive side, a guy on the offensive side, and the defensive side, or 2 guys on the defensive side of the ball. Again, it speaks the Sauce Gardner thing at the beginning. I was never thinking we would do this, but thinking about Bradbury leaving, perhaps, most likely. Wink Martindale loves the blitz, which is something we haven't seen here in years, Giants fans. We all know that Patrick Graham played that soft zone, but if Wink's going to blitz, that means you need to play man. So that's why Sauce Gardner may be the guy.
He ain't gonna be there. Sorry to
he
tell
might
you.
not be.
He's
might not
going
be.
top 3.
He could go to Detroit too. That's very possible. I'm saying if he is there though.
Yeah.
But yeah, defensive offense, the trenches, man, right on the line of scrimmage is the direction I want to see us go.
What about you, Law?
Well, besides owner, of course, our owner is also the GM. So I would have to change out his role, his duties, or what have you. And he can still be the owner. See, I'm not changing him out. And just get a real GM inside, and that way we can have some things that's done on a realistic expectation as far as the off season. But if I can throw in something else,
Gettleman's around.
No,
I don't think Jerry Jones is a bad GM personally.
Well, he's not the GM. I'm talking about
that's Clay right now.
But you got Stephen Jones that's really handling the money aspect of it, you know. So I just want to get him up out of the picture and bring in somebody else. But outside of that, you will have to go into this philosophy of thinking that Kellen Moore is still young. And I think that if you bring in somebody with a little bit more experience, instead of giving this guy who's going into his 4th year ever calling plays, to dial up better plays, better options for your quarterback to play to the strength. So philosophy is what I want to change up with the Cowboys.
For me, it would without a doubt be just the quarterback position. I mean, we're taking a swing this year, so I'm hopeful. Hope is the only thing that we have, you know, and I always say it's the most dangerous thing you can give a man is hope, right? We got hope. That's all I can ask for at the quarterback position, but I've already laid out. I mean, this is embarrassing to say. I think I've said this to you guys before. If I haven't, you probably be like, you got to be shitting me. We haven't made the playoffs in consecutive seasons since 1991, 1992. We haven't made the playoffs in consecutive seasons since 1991 and 1992. So, and that all starts to me with the front office, but when you get to the field level, it's the quarterback. You know what I mean? And so if we can find a way to fix that position, which is what we're trying to do, then we'll have a chance. So that's the thing that I would change. Clearly, if I could change anything, it would be the ownership. But he said besides ownership. So, all right. Got another super chat here. Let's see.
I don't think you guys have won like 10 games, like 3 or 4 times since 1991. It is
us?
Not much. Yeah, it is not.
Actually, we've won 10 games once.
Is that it?
Wow.
We won 10 games in 1999. We won 10 games in 2012. So twice.
The win you in.
I'm telling you, they've been through a lot though when you think about it. Everybody in the division has had their moment, so to speak.
We haven't won more than 10 games since 1991 when we won the Super Bowl. We haven't won more than 10 games.
That's insane.
Even Jacksonville caught lightning in the bottle in 2017. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, we won 11 in 2016.
I mean, even exactly before the boat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Even Detroit went 11-5. Yeah. We've never won 11 games.
That's crazy.
Since 1991. And
what's that record for back-to-back NFC East division winning? I think
2003, 2004.
03 and 04.
Yeah.
That's the Eagles?
Eagles, yes.
Right. So okay.
That's crazy. We've been to like 7. We've been to 8 NFC championships since then.
Yeah. Since 2003?
Since you guys 1991, 1992
stuff. Yeah. We don't even know what that looks like. Hell, we just happy to win a playoff game.
Yeah.
You know?
I need to see what the odds makers.
We ain't won a playoff game since 2005.
It's crazy because when you think about this division, we all have a Super Bowl, but we also have 2 teams who haven't been to an NFC championship game since like 95.
Well, for us it's 91, but for them it's 95. So I mean, it's been an eternity for us.
So the point of me saying that is that a lot of people like to call us the NFC least. But the Dallas Cowboys and the Commanders, you guys are the reason why we're the NFC least. That's what I'm really trying to say.
That's not true.
You guys are the real reason. I want y'all to own up to that.
There are years where you are absolutely horrible.
What years? When I just told you, okay, since the year. How?
You contribute to that. When we won the division at 7-9, were you good? Were you good?
Disagree.
Get him.
I disagree wholeheartily.
Since
the year 2000.
Since the
year 2000,
when we won the division at 7-9, were you good?
At 7-9,
we
don't even brag about shit like that.
When we won success at 7-9, 2 years ago, were you good?
When y'all was 7-9, were y'all good?
No, that's my point. Nobody was good.
Okay, so what are we arguing about? Okay? If y'all won a division not being good, of course we wasn't good.
You're garbage too. Like you're actually
okay, but
you're when you guys are good, it's an anomaly. It's not like it's not like how it was.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it is.
That doesn't make sense.
Seriously,
it doesn't. But we've had this conversation. That's an unfair stigma that we have because since the year 2000, what NFC team got more
but that was
playoff wins?
Okay, how about you move that up to when Donovan McNabb was no longer there? Then talk to me.
To 2017 when we won a Super Bowl?
What are you talking about? Yeah, knock yourself out. Right. And what have you done since then?
What have we done since then? We've been to the playoffs like 4 years out of the last 5.
Right. And how many playoff games have you won?
More than you guys. We won about 5.
That's not hard to do. We don't go to the playoffs. But
okay, that's why I'm saying you contribute to
the NFC least moniker is what I'm saying. You trying to remove yourself
when we won all them playoff games.
You trying to remove yourself from
no. I'm not trying to remove myself. I'm trying to remove myself and the Giants.
Okay,
we have Super Bowls to account for.
Yourself and first of all, the Giants are worse than anybody in the division. What the hell are you talking about? We're gross.
We're gross, LB. We're gross.
In that time span or right now? Right now, of course. Right now, of course.
But not at the turn of the millennium. No, not at the turn of the century.
There's a stench that comes from this division. It's a stench that stinks. All right. And when it doesn't stink, it's usually because Dallas went 13-3 or Dallas went 12-4. And there was that 1 year in 2016.
We got to stop
Dallas
that mindset.
Went 13-3. Giants.
We got to stop.
11, 12.
We got to stop praising regular season.
Come on, keep praising, baby.
That's what I'm saying. Law wants you to give him a praise dance for regular season success.
He contributes to the
praising
too.
Keep giving it to me.
That year in 2015, when they were trash enough to get Zeke and Dak, okay, they were awful.
Ask a Dallas fan if ask a Dallas fan are they happy going 13-3 and getting put out of the playoffs.
Look, every time
I'm happy about that.
We win the division, it's because everybody else in the division is trash.
That's a good point.
Because again, we don't win 11 games, so it's not like we going out and taking the division. All of y'all stink.
Now y'all did.
We're the best of the worst.
To your degree, they did took the division from us in 2012. It was when the end. Cowboys would have been in.
Yeah. But that still was a 10-win season. It wasn't like we won 12 games, but I could take 10. 10 is double figures. We don't get
we won 10 games in 2012 too, but that damn game against Philadelphia where just the miracle in the Meadowlands Part 2, that cost us the playoffs. We would have been the 2 seed if we could have held on to win that game. But
those are the kinds of games that it makes you want to vomit when you lose games.
I think I did.
Yeah, that seriously, those are the ones that hurt. When you feel like you got to win and you find a way to lose against a divisional.
Always against the Eagles. Always.
Oh, you've had, I think about the Deshaun Jackson punt return at the end of the game.
I go back to Hema. I go back to Brian Westbrook. I go back to a blocked field goal in overtime. It's picked up by Clyde Simmons, I think, and scored for a touchdown. Mm-hmm. I go back to 1997. We're up 10-7. Less than 2 minutes ago, they kicked the ball to Brian Westbrook. Right? Him and
Deshaun Jackson
used to kill us.
Yeah.
It's everybody.
Shady,
the damn Eagles.
Used to get off on,
it's Carl Banks having Randall Cunningham wrapped up. Cunningham gets out of it, throws a touchdown.
Yeah.
I've lived through all this crap.
Yeah.
And people wonder why I hate the damn Eagles the way I do. I hate them. I can't stand them because they cause me so much pain in my life.
It's the same way with us and the Cowboys, man. Yeah. This shit is never over. You never
be smiling. He loves it. He loves my pain.
That's why I have a personal rivalry with every team.
Yeah. But that's what being in a division is all about. Because I got my individual reasons why I can't stand the damn Eagles, and I got my reasons why I can't stand the Giants. First of all, I can't stand going to the Meadowlands.
Right,
it's a house of horrors for us.
Yeah,
it usually never turns out well. If the Giants are half decent, the Meadowlands is like a nightmare every time. So everybody's got their individual reasons why they hate. Swinging gate. We had that against the Giants where we called a timeout. They saw what we were about to do. We were about to fake it. We call a timeout and we come out and fake it any damn way. What the hell is wrong with you? Anyway.
Yeah, this year, the two things that were very strange for the Giants, holding on to win against the Eagles in a game that we normally find a way to lose, and losing to you guys with
absolutely.
Dexter Lawrence jumping off sides and a missed field goal, which is normally a game we find a way to win. That was very strange this year for the Giants.
It was. And boy, that made my day. Because first of all, I guaranteed a win against you in that game, if you recall. I told you we were going to beat you. You were due for one. And man, we couldn't afford to drop to 0-2 because we had Buffalo the next week and we got destroyed. So our season would have been over just like that, man. But anyway, I digress. Big Money Sonny, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB. My guy, Big Money Sonny writes, salutes to the panel. Eagles, nah, buddy. Dallas, are you kidding me? And I just downright feel sad for the Giants. Let's get it. He says, cheers to a good season. So, shout out to my guy, Big Money Sonny.
Commanders fan, buddy.
Down. That's right. Y'all know what's up. We coming back for the crown this year. Die-hard Giants fan.
My man.
So you know what it is. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Die-hard Giants fan writes, the hate is there for all of us. He says for all of us, for each other, excuse me. Outside hate is ignored. We're the best division in the NFL, best roundtable out there regardless. We would love to lay claim to the best division of football. We have to restore that. I tell my fan base all the time, I say to them, I want to get back to the days where the division winner is 12, 13 wins.
Right.
And the team behind them has a 12, 11 wins. And the team behind them has 9 or 10 wins. Like, you got to actually earn the division. And every game in the division is a war. It's a fight. And anybody outside this division can get work. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I want to get back to where we're dominating everybody else's division. And then we beat the hell out of each other.
Yep.
And then when it's all said and done, dust settles, smoke clears, somebody's 12-5, somebody's 13-4, and that's your division winner. And
going to a Super Bowl.
Right.
Yes. And you got to do damage once you get to the postseason. Yep. But it gives you more of a chance when it's 3 of us in there, not just 1 or 2. You know what I'm saying? Now that they've expanded the playoffs to 7 teams,
right,
we should be able to get 3 teams in there. You know what I'm saying?
We should.
But again, it can't just be Dallas. It can't just be Philly. Giants, Washington, we got to come to the table too. You know what I mean? We got to join the fray and actually hold up our end of the bargain. And I think that could start this year for us. I told you I was never on board with Ryan Fitzpatrick. It was sad because even then we had the second best quarterback in the division. It was all for 13. It was all the 13 snaps.
Yeah.
But I really feel like we got a shot with Carson Wentz. I'm not sold on him, but as I told you at the top of the show, it's the best quarterback we've had probably since Kirk Cousins. And again, not saying much, but it's saying a lot.
It's a big upgrade, though. It's
a huge upgrade.
So
huge upgrade.
Thank you, diehard Giants fan, for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Kevin, the PRF. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB, who writes, beep, beep, beep. Where you guys want me to unload this truckload of LB receipts?
Don't unload it. Don't unload it. Because last year, when I said we was going to the playoffs, same NFC disrespect. East.
So he going way back in the archives. He said Wentz the best quarterback in the NFC East.
And who archives?
When we first started, that was your claim to fame. That Carson Wentz.
He was at one point. He was at one point.
I'm not debating that.
He was at one point.
I think we either all agreed or Law was like, I don't know, Dak's still that dude.
Dak's still that guy, yo.
I think there was a point in time where I was like, no, Carson Wentz looks like a superstar.
I definitely agreed with that a couple years ago.
So I was right there with you. So I definitely was on board with that. Joe Castles, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Go Washington. Nothing else needs to be said. Go Washington. That's it. Metaphor. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Well, first of all, we going back to Dallas to retrieve them damn benches off the damn sidelines. That's the first goddamn thing. All right. Y'all brought them stinking ass benches to Washington, so we thought we was doing some shit by taking the benches to Dallas and got our ass whooped. So first thing we need to do is go to Dallas and get our goddamn benches back. Okay.
Yeah, y'all gonna let them back though.
They were not cheap.
Yeah.
Either. Metaphor, thank you for doubling up. Writes, yo, Lou, in the Hollywood squares, to hell with receipts. We bring in invoices. NFC East, time to collect. Mob, top of the fam, you know what it is. Take command. That's right. Hey, look, at the end of the day, you're not repeating as division champs because nobody's done that in almost 2 decades. So somebody else has got to win the division. It ain't going to be the Giants, right? It's not going to be the Giants. I can't see the Eagles with Jalen Hurts at quarterback winning the division. So that only leaves one team.
Come on.
Why?
You proclaiming that your team right now, April the 21st, that your team, the Washington football team Commanders. I'm trying not to say commodes because I've been calling you guys commodes.
Hey, look,
the Washington commodes because you know what? It just hit me.
That's actually a first.
It really hit me, Lord Brunson and Bad Dog. It really hit me. You know that stadium that been taking a dump on all of their fans?
Yes.
Why don't y'all just name y'all stadium the Washington Commodes? You know, you're exposing all of your fecal matter on all of the fans, and on top of that, you don't know whether or not Snyder's going to be the owner, or if he's not, or he is, or whatever going on with that. You know,
it's a hot mess over there.
It's a hot mess. It's a lot of commode stuff that's going on. So take command to use the commode. You know,
that's right.
We
are compartmentalizing for years.
We are compartmentalizing in Washington. All the shit that happens up there stays up there. Okay, we over here worried about what's going down on the field level.
That's the shit that's going down.
Too.
You said all the shit.
Has been. It has been.
Y'all got railings falling on number one quarterbacks.
Look, I almost did y'all a favor.
What?
I almost did y'all a favor. That's wrong.
Yeah, you almost made sure we ain't go to the playoffs.
Well, that would have did everybody else a favor too. We wouldn't have had to watch that bullshit in Wild Card Weekend with the damn Buccaneers. You almost did us a favor. It was a horrible
game.
So, anyway, y'all know what it is. Take command. Don't listen to law. No goddamn
use the commodes.
Y'all know what it is. Take command. Goddamn it.
Oh man, logo makers, man, make that commode for your boy.
Oh, man.
Hey, Law, trademark that. Trademark
that.
We're big money trademark it. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, bump that, Lou. Put the rest of the panel on notice. New season, new hope, and lots of smoke. Who wants it? Let's get it. I already told them we win in the division.
I'm not letting nobody tell me that we desperate. Nah. You said y'all was desperate.
We were desperate for a quarterback. We weren't desperate everywhere else. We were desperate for a quarterback.
Winning no division.
Look, desperation sometimes gets the best out of people. You put somebody's back up against the wall, and sometimes you get the best that they have. This is where Carson Wentz is in his career. He's not getting another chance to start after this. Sometimes, if this shit doesn't work in Washington,
he's done.
It's over for him.
This is my thing. This is my thing with Washington, though. My thing is really Ron Rivera. Ron Rivera is so overrated, in my opinion. I think it's really the coach over there in Washington. I mean, how he get a nickname? What's this, his 12th season? Yeah, this is his 12th season, right? Mm-hmm. How many winning seasons has Ron Rivera had? 3 out of 12? You don't get no nickname performer like, I count it. I count it.
I don't know if it's 3 out of 12.
It's a lot of 7-win seasons.
It's a lot of sevens, but it's a lot of
sevens over there.
A lot of postseasons attached to some of them sevens, too.
When?
He had a 7-win season, 7-8-1 season in Carolina when they won the division. He had a 7-win season here in Washington where he won the division. It ain't his fault the divisions that he played in stunk. He was the best of the worst, but he took his team to the playoffs though. So
LB, you get some nicknames over here for head coaches real quick. We don't even come close to winning 7 games. So
hey, look,
right.
The bottom line is he's won 7 games both of his first 2 years with having to start 4 quarterbacks in each of his first 2 years. Okay. I don't know of many coaches that start 4 different quarterbacks or play for it. We went to Philadelphia with Garrett Gilbert, who got here on Tuesday, who got here on Saturday and had to start on Tuesday. And we were up 10-0 in that game.
What you think Carson Wentz supposed to come over there and do with all that mess y'all got going on? Carson Wentz already a mess.
First of all, the roster is not a mess. There's holes, just like everybody else got holes. You just told me you got a bunch of holes. Is your roster a mess or you just have holes?
I'm going to tell you what we do have, though. We have the best offensive line in this division, and we figured out what we need to do to win. We figured out we need to run the ball. We're not going to go another 7 weeks without running the ball.
You have the best offensive line. We figured out what we got to do. But you have the worst quarterback.
And the quarterback is not going to do nothing but hand it off, and we're going to run the ball.
Impossible.
We figured out what we got to do.
Impossible.
We're going to see.
in today's NFL. You think you're going to just run the football. The Titans tried that shit.
They did.
The Browns tried that shit. You can't just run your way to a damn Super Bowl, and you can't run your way to winning games against upper echelon teams with quarterbacks. You're going to have your quarterback throw the goddamn ball at some point.
We're running our way to development. We're going to base this off the run, but we're going to be developing this quarterback at the same time. We can run this division running the ball.
So
the division games, the ones that matter, we can run the ball on all of y'all. You know what I mean?
Don't know
we can run the ball on all of y'all until we find somebody that can stop our run in this division. We're gonna run the ball on this division, but other teams outside might be able to slow the run down, and our quarterback will have to step up in our moments.
You disrespecting. See, you caught us at the perfect time. I said this last year when the division came out, when the schedule came out. I said I don't like having our games backloaded like that. Spread my shit out because I don't know. I know what my team looks like at the beginning of the season. I don't know what the hell's going to happen at the back end of the season. And what happened is we got COVID and we got injuries and you got us twice when we could barely field a team. Okay. And again, as I said to you the first time, we were up 10-0 with Garrett Gilbert at quarterback.
Garrett
in Philadelphia. And if we had half of our defensive line in front seven and you couldn't run all over us because Jalen Hurts was awful again, we would have beat y'all that night with Garrett freaking Gilbert at quarterback.
But what happened?
But what happened was my starting
it's reality.
linebacker is at home.
What happened is reality.
Game because we had a bunch of dudes out with COVID. And then the second time we played y'all, our season was done, and we still almost beat y'all. And y'all had everything on the line, playing for a playoff.
So y'all almost beat us twice.
Yeah, almost
That's
beat
what
you
you're
twice.
telling me.
Almost beat you twice with a half a roster. That's what I'm telling you.
Okay.
That's what I'm telling you. So what I'm telling you is, you know what I'm asking. The schedule's coming out. They released it. They said it'll be out May the 12th.
Yeah,
I saw that.
I'm praying that we get y'all week one.
Ooh.
I want y'all week one.
We do that a lot.
I did that.
We do that a lot, though.
I did that to you 2 years ago when I spotted you 17 and then came back and smacked you around 27 straight. And if memory serves me correct, we swept y'all that year. Right?
What was y'all record that year?
It was 7-9. What was your record that year?
Y'all won a division that year? That was the year I won a division?
What was your record that year? Oh, okay.
I guess it was 4-12 then, right? Was it 4-12?
I'm not sure. You tell me. I let the losers worry about losing. I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. I guess it was 4-12, 4-11, something like that.
So my point is, you're due. Okay? I want y'all week one.
Do for what?
Where you know.
Do for what? We are on the incline. What do we do for?
L. You on the incline where? So let's
we just made the playoffs with a rookie head coach and a first-time starter. We are going up. Our trajectory is up.
And I'm gonna go back to the last stream we had with a nice. I'm talking about drugstore cotton soft schedule. I mean, I could go down and go to sleep on your schedule. It was so soft.
Y'all schedule or ours?
Yours. We had the hardest schedule in football. What are you talking about?
So how was our schedule soft? How was our schedule soft? I'm confused by what you're saying.
We already had this conversation, Law. I mean,
we played Tom Brady. We played Patrick Mahomes. We played Justin Herbert. We played Derek Carr. We played a lot of playoff
played all
teams.
those teams. That you're talking about the teams that we all played together. Those aren't the games that allowed you to make the playoffs.
Nobody had a soft schedule then if that's the case.
No. Those are the games that allowed you to make the playoffs. The games outside of the
lost
games
those
that everybody
games.
Played. Huh? You didn't lose.
We lost those games.
You didn't lose to Detroit.
No, I'm talking about the teams I just named. We lost those games, the teams I just named.
Right, but those teams were better than our division.
We was the only team in this division. We was the only team in this division to beat the Broncos. That's a key win for us. Only team in the division that beat the Broncos.
Yeah, that's nice. That's really nice. The
Broncos, I know it is. That's how we got to the playoffs.
No. You got to the playoffs because you got to play the Jets and the Detroit Lions. Stop.
Oh my God.
Stop.
So why y'all?
You got to play the Jets and the Detroit Lions. That's how you got to the playoffs. If you
and we all got to play the Broncos,
with the two teams we had to play, or the two teams somebody else in the division had to play. If you'd had to play,
so why didn't everybody beat the Broncos?
Matter
of fact, I got a better question for you. Why didn't Washington beat us? We swept y'all. That's how we got.
I already explained to you why we didn't.
Y'all didn't beat us. So what are we talking about?
Explain to you. We essentially put a mass unit on the field and still was competitive. Y'all should have beat the brakes.
That's an excuse. We swept y'all. There's no more to discuss. We made the playoffs. Y'all didn't. We better than y'all.
You were
the bottom line.
That
is the bottom line of this conversation.
You were better than us last year. Okay.
We've been better than y'all since I've been alive.
On the train. Try that shit on the train.
We've been better than y'all since I've been alive.
Try that shit on the train.
I ain't arguing with nobody we swept.
Okay.
I ain't arguing with nobody we swept. We got to go to the next question. I ain't arguing with nobody we swept.
This year, you're not going to be better than us. Because Jalen Hurts stinks. We're going to pull the pin out of Jalen Hurts is the best quarterback in this division.
Y'all the only team Jalen Hurts swept in the division. You are the only team Jalen Hurts swept in the division.
You swept us. I just told you why you swept us.
But Jalen Hurts stink, though.
He's garbage. You didn't sweep us because of Jalen Hurts' play.
What quarterback started?
Because of our injuries and COVID. To hell with injuries. Everybody's got injuries. We got hit by COVID hard. Okay?
Hey, y'all, COVID didn't only exist in Washington. Take that sweep.
It didn't exist in Philly when we played y'all, though. It didn't exist in Philly when we played y'all.
It's a sweep.
Okay.
You did sweep. We ran wheels. We ran wheels on y'all.
And again, like I said.
We ran to Boston.
Like I said. No, you didn't run to Boston. The only team ran to Boston in this division was Dallas. Okay. You swept.
We ran to Boston on y'all.
No. We ran
to Boston on y'all.
On a team that was a half of a squad. Okay. So
you know why the Eagles? I'll tell you why the Eagles won the division, or why the Eagles made the playoffs. That's because they didn't have to play Daniel Jones twice.
Ooh! Hey, look.
That's why. If you hadn't faced Daniel Jones, it would have been over. I'm just kidding. I can't even say that with a straight face.
If Daniel Jones is gonna have some highlights, it's gonna be against the Eagles.
I couldn't even say with a straight face. Also, to the point, Big Money said the only smoke I've been seeing is the one off our dumpster fire here in New York, man.
we want too much better, but again, after winning 4 straight and getting back to 500, I believe we were 6-6 because I was talking cold hard cash.
Yes, you were.
I was coming back from the division, this, that, and the third.
Yes, we were.
Yeah,
we were hot.
Cash money.
I was
on
cold
fire.
hard cash. I was slapping it down on the table. How you want it? 20s, 100s, 50s? How you want it?
That boy
and then Law walked over to the table and said, "Hey, give me all of that."
Yeah,
give me all of that.
Give me all of
that. That was the game. I tell the fans all the time. It wasn't the Eagles games that pissed me off. We didn't have our squad there. It was the first Dallas game that was the one that hurt the most.
Yeah,
because we were still healthy.
You almost beat them. Did you almost beat them?
Yeah, we spotted them like a 20-point lead. Dak threw a pick 6.
Yeah.
We hung in there, and we got.
Yeah.
They had the ball up 6 with like 5 minutes left, and all we needed was a stop. And we couldn't get a damn stop.
We were playing.
We would have got the ball back.
We started benching our players and stuff, and they said, "Oh,
yeah." I was like, "Oh, y'all trying to pull a Buffalo on us?"
Right. We trying to bench our guys.
Ball cap on, keying on the sideline like this shit over with. Okay, and he almost came back and got that ass too. It was
almost.
It was, but like a wise woman once told me, "Almost doesn't count." It don't count. So it's all good. We'll get y'all next year. And you're not sweeping the division next year.
We sweeping. I'm already saying that we sweeping all of y'all.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, that shit is not happening.
I mean, it's happening.
That shit is
and it
not
ain't no C-19 now. No, it's gonna happen.
Okay, we gonna see about that. Jeremiah Butler, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Writes bad dog face when Rager's stats were mentioned.
I've been saying Rager is trash since he was drafted. I always like when I get one right because it don't happen very often. When I get it right, and I'm always right about the Eagles. That's what's great. I told you Hurts would suck. He sucks. I told you Rager would suck. He sucks.
Hey, wait, bad dog. Go back. Say that again. You said who sucks?
Rager sucks.
And who else?
Said that Hurts was suck.
Okay, there you go.
He sucks.
I'm
sorry. I'm not sorry. He stinks. He stinks.
Hey,
I don't think so.
Coming from a man, you watch all of the OU games, so he.
I do.
Yeah.
This is what I
got Bencher Tua. He got Bencher Tua.
This is what I continue
that wasn't
to bring
up. Oklahoma.
I know you got your little plaits in your hair. You want to show off. You got a fresh cut, all that. I ain't seen the Hurt season hat in like 3 episodes. I keep bringing it up. He said, I'm trying to decide what hat I want to wear. I ain't seen Hurt season.
I got
in like 3 episodes.
of them.
Right. That's all I'm saying. He could have even had it propped up in the background next to his nice little, picture of himself.
I sold them all, man.
To himself in the background. He don't even have it back there. That's all I'm saying.
I sold them all.
He's working. Listen, he's working on another hat.
So you ain't keep one for yourself.
He's working on another hat.
Smart. I didn't want to say it. Bad Dog is smart. Bad Dog knows me.
Oh,
I'm just working on another joint.
Let me
He's
until the new joint come out. Where the O in that? I'm
telling you.
Listen.
He's making a new one. He's gonna have the word "off" in front of it. Hurts off season.
I got a new one coming.
Hey, people in my chat over here saying, "What you got? We want Dallas hat."
Negative. We do though. We do.
Oh, y'all do,
y'all, man. I gotta beat Dallas.
You know, that's a good burn right there. Because we were over here. Dallas, we were on one. We want Dallas.
Yeah. And, every time y'all say y'all want Dallas.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Real talk. This is real talk. I wanted to smack the taste out of J-Ron Curse's mouth. Like, I don't know if you saw the little sound bite where he was on the sidelines. We want Dallas. And he was like, I'm like, man, sit your garbage ass down. You was this close to being out the goddamn league. Stinking ass.
You know J-Rock, man. Oh, he hears this. He's going to come for y'all again, once again.
Don't worry. We got something for his ass. Don't worry about it. We about to get a receiver so we can carve that shit up. Don't worry about it.
That's okay. We got Diggs.
Hey, yeah, he can get it too.
The only person out of y'all that got my guy Diggs was what? Your guy that's a rapper.
Look,
Kadarius Toney.
Look.
Oh yeah.
He the only one guy.
Listen, first of all,
he hit a big game against you guys.
Yeah.
First of all, Terry blessed him in his rookie season. Okay,
yeah, he did.
Terry blessed him in his rookie season. Last year, I'm gonna tell you what happened. Terry had 2 steps on the man.
Yeah,
and my noodle arm quarterback threw the shit 50 yards in the air and got my man damn near concussed. The man was cooked. He was cooked like some damn oodles and noodles on the stove.
Hey, this was scary. This was scary, Terry, y'all.
Hey, stop, thief! Come back, thief! That man
what movie is that from?
That man was cooked.
I'm trying to remember what movie that's from.
hey, my guy Trayvon Diggs done stole all his money, and he was like,
man, stop, thief! Come back, thief!
Bad Dog. Hey,
they tested my dog Diggs on the first play, and he was
stop, thief! Come back, thief! Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, Terry is gonna do his ass in, or whomever we draft at 11. What? We're gonna draft a wide receiver. He's gonna do Diggs in because I'm telling you. First of all, there's a reason the man. How many picks he had last year? 9, 10,
11.
11. There's a reason the man had 11 picks and teams kept trying.
To America.
Yep. Teams kept trying him. Why? Because the man is susceptible to getting beat. Ain't nobody afraid. See, normally when you don't drop the football, and Trayvon Diggs, as we saw, don't drop shit. Normally, when a corner don't drop picks, you make a mistake, you pay for that mistake. Oh, I'm not trying his ass. I'm gonna go on the other side. What y'all got over there? We all know what you had on the other side.
Man, before you get into those detailings of that, your quarterback Carson Wentz, when he was playing for the Eagles land, and Diggs was out there, his number 1 receiver was Diggs. You do know that, don't you? And now you still got Carson Wentz on your team. His number 1 receiver is going to be Diggs. Watch, Diggs going to be your number 1 receiver. Watch.
Let me ask you something. Who was he throwing the football to? Carson Wentz ain't never had a number 1 receiver in his life.
I don't believe that was a valid excuse when he was in the Philadelphia Eagles uniform.
Talk to him, Lord.
I have to object. I do not believe that was a valid excuse when he was in the Philadelphia Eagles uniform.
When he had receivers in 2017, was he throwing to the wrong color jersey? When he had Alshon Jeffrey? Was he throwing to the wrong color jersey when he had Alshon Jeffrey?
17.
I'm asking you a question.
No, he was an MVP caliber player.
Right. So what I'm saying is when you start trying to get him to throw the goddamn ball to ex-quarterbacks and I love the dude to death. He went to ODU.
But this is what we can't do. We can't praise them for taking them ex-quarterbacks to the playoffs and then make excuses for them for not having wide receivers.
No. You can. You can talk about both in the same breath. Yes, you can, because that goes to show you how good he was. He on one end when he was playing against certain dudes, he made mistakes, but at the same time he took I think he was 30 over 9 that season. If I'm not mistaken.
Carson
33
Wentz
and
2017.
Carson Wentz,
2017.
33 and 7.
He threw 33 touchdowns in 2017.
33, 7 picks.
So again, we
Carson
know he's
Wentz about to
capable.
break his heart, man.
You know he's capable.
He is. I hear the hope in Louis voice.
Hey, look.
That's
all I got. Hey, LB, that's all I got, bro.
I see. I wrote it down. I wrote hope down. I wrote hope down. I wrote it down for you.
Hey, no, hope was for
yeah, desperation was Lou.
Desperation was for me.
Desperation.
I'm desperate over here. I need this to work. Okay.
And right now, you
I don't
hope
have 2 first-round
you
picks
hope that you hope
to get
Diggs not
DJ
going to get better.
Stroud
That's
or
what you're
Bryce Young
hoping.
next year.
Right.
I don't have 2 first-round picks to do that next year. Okay. This has to work for me.
It have to. But you got to go back, man. You got to get you 2 tight end sets, and you got to run the ball. You got to go old school, bro. You got to. And I don't. Washington team is kind of old school.
That's not our DNA is not our offensive coordinator. That's not in his DNA.
Who your OC?
Scott Turner.
Oh yeah.
That's North Turner's offspring.
Carson Wentz is a really, really good play action quarterback, man. He's just not used like that.
Yeah.
He's not used.
Unfortunately, he gonna be in the gun 85% of the time here. So the play action don't look like, under center, turn your back to the defense, 5-7 step drop. We'll see. I know this much. We went 7-10 having to play. And again, I know you're going to say, well, you didn't play all of these teams. Okay. Mm-hmm. We played Herbert. We played Patrick Mahomes. We played Derek Carr. We played Patrick Mahomes. We played Aaron Rodgers. We played Tom Brady. We played I always bring this up because I know a lot of y'all didn't have to. We played Cam Newton. Yeah, he stinks, but I keep reminding y'all they were on a 2-game win streak and they went to Arizona and won 34-10 when we went to Carolina to play them. It was the high point of their season. Okay.
I can't with no damn Cam on y'all resume.
Hey, look, I can tell you this much. You were getting work from Sam Darnold, and if you don't block a punt and do all kinds of special team shit, you lose to the Carolina Panthers. If Cam's in that game, you lose that game. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But you
can tell me a lot of ifs, but we beat Carolina.
You did beat Carolina. Yeah, you eat by Carolina. But what I'm telling you is
we destroyed Carolina.
No, you beat the brakes off of Carolina. I didn't see that shit come up. It was 28-3, 25-3.
Yeah, I didn't see it coming either.
I don't even know what the hell happened.
Me neither.
But at the end of the day, Big Money Sonny says, I got a lot to ask, Lou. Thoughts from the panel on Malik Willis. Salutes, y'all. So, what do you guys think of Malik Willis?
I think I said it.
I think he has
potential.
A superstar quality.
Yeah.
I think that arm is the strength of the arm is a superstar quality, and that's always a good thing to have coming out is one superstar quality. But he also was a guy who was benched for somebody in his collegiate career, if I'm not mistaken, right?
So he transferred. He transferred from Auburn.
Yeah,
because he transferred. He was. I think somebody took his job at his first school. Then he transferred or something like that.
Took his job and he went.
Knicks.
Oh,
he stinks too. He stinks.
Yeah, he does.
We're gonna have to talk. Listen, we got to talk about that. Y'all keep talking about this. Tua took my man job. We got to talk about that too now. He got benched, so we're gonna see what happened with him.
You see that in college football all the time though. Right. When a guy can't get on the field, like for instance, Jameson Williams. I can't speak for y'all. I think if he were healthy, he'd be the number 1 receiver in this draft.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
The man transferred from Ohio State. Why? Because he saw Smith and Jigma was going to get the reps.
Right.
He wasn't going to get on the field the way he felt like he needed to showcase his skills. Good thing he went to Alabama. Look what he turned into. You know what I'm saying? So we see it all the time in college.
Yeah, that's why Hurts went to OU. That's why Kyler Murray left A&M and went to OU.
Right.
It does happen a lot.
Do what you can to get on the field, man.
For me, Malik Willis, low floor, high ceiling. That's really, he does. He has the arm. He's got the athleticism. But what always worries me about any of these young quarterbacks, it's one thing in college level football, always, no matter where you play it, the speed and complexity of NFL defenses are such a huge jump compared to the collegiate level because the best teams may have 4 guys in the defense in the NFL. They're not all going in the first round.
Right.
In the NFL, you're playing against 11 men that are all NFL talent level.
Right.
Some better than others.
Right.
But you're going to have the speed is much faster. Those windows close much faster. And if you're not accurate in the NFL, you're going to struggle no matter how good your arm is. I don't care. Kaepernick had one of the best arms I've ever seen. Okay. But Kaepernick wasn't very accurate after his first season.
Right.
And it doesn't matter how hard you throw the ball, you have to be accurate, man. So if Malik Willis can develop accuracy and pocket awareness is this is my contention with Daniel Jones for years. Talent-wise, Daniel Jones can play. Up here, you can't develop this. This is instinctual. So we'd have to see what Malik Willis did at the next level. I think he's the best talent, or maybe not the best talent. I think he has the highest ceiling of any quarterback in his draft class by a lot. And if he goes to the right situation, if he does end up in a place like Pittsburgh, I think he can succeed.
Right.
If he's going to a place like Pittsburgh, back into the first round where the teams are better. Going to the Giants, I think, would hamper his development. That's why I don't want him here. Not because I don't think that he can succeed. I don't think he can succeed with the Giants. So
fit is always important with these players, man.
And on that note, I got to turn the corner real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah. And just to piggyback off of what he said, like we've seen arm talent before, like Jamarcus Russell, strong arm, strong.
One of the strongest.
But went to the wrong philosophy and the wrong scheme and the wrong team.
Right.
And we've seen Lamar Jackson. Went to the best team possible
with
the open-minded quarterback, with the open-minded offense. So same could be said about Malik, though. You got to go to the right system.
Right. He definitely – I think Bad Dog said it best. He's got the highest ceiling of any quarterback in this draft class, and I think that's what teams are going to be banking on. I don't love any of these quarterbacks, including Malik Willis, but of those – I think it's 6 guys that legitimately have a chance to play in this league in this year's draft class. He's got the highest upside of any of them. I'm a Matt Corral guy for the record, but we'll see what happens with all of these quarterbacks.
You know how these quarterbacks roll, man. It could be Sam Howell all of a sudden.
You never know. And remember, going into to this past year, it was Sam Howell. You know what I mean? He was supposed to be the guy that was a Heisman Trophy preseason candidate.
Yeah.
And
I predicted Mac Jones to be the best quarterback in this draft this year out of the last year's draft. Yeah. And I don't think I was 100% right, but I was right enough.
Well, see, I think the thing with Mac was he was the most NFL
system.
ready.
It was a lot had to do with that system too.
He was the most NFL ready. A lot of people, including myself, knocked him because he didn't have great athleticism. And that's what everybody's looking for in the league now is a quarterback that can create off schedule, and that's not his thing. But like you said, LB, perfect point. And I talk about this all the time. System fit is so important, especially for quarterbacks. He went to a system. They went from Tom Brady to Mac Jones. Can you go to a better transition? Like that, they were set up for a pocket passer. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it was a good fit for him. Diehard Giants fan. Thank you for the super chat. Double up. Thank you for doubling up. Watch the Giants plan to draft their top guy at 5 and trade down with their 7th while the Eagles trade up to 6 and say the Giants panic. LOL. No. So I think in my mock draft, I had you trading the 5th pick because I think the Panthers are going to take Malik Willis.
They could.
And if you want Willis, you're going to have to get in front of the Panthers. I think there's a smoke screen being put out there right now that they're going to trade for Baker Mayfield. They're trying to throw everybody off the scent. Oh, no. We don't want Malik Willis. We're going to trade for Baker Mayfield. So nobody gets antsy and feels the need to trade in front of them. But their owner wants a quarterback, and he wants a rock star, and they think Malik Willis is.
So does Ben McAdoo. But his
you know what?
Now. You know what?
He's an airhead.
We missed.
He is.
We missed a prime opportunity, y'all. We missed a prime opportunity. Us 4, we could have did the mock draft.
Well,
you know what? Our teams. Yeah.
Put it down for next year.
Yeah, we'll do it next year.
Put it down for next year.
We'll
do it idea.
Next year. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We'll knock it out next year. So, McAdoo has already said that Sam Darnold was a starter. Then he realized, I'm not the head coach. Yeah, I'm not the head coach. I shouldn't have said that. Yeah, you're damn right. You shouldn't have said that. I told you he's an airhead though. McAdoo don't know what the hell to say out his damn mouth. Big Money Sonny, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, right?
Sonny.
Lou, questions for the panel. LB, roast pork or cheesesteak? Bad Dog, chopped cheese or bacon, egg, and cheese? Law, trash or trash? Got my popcorn ready.
I'm not eating no damn roast pork. I'm gonna eat a cheesesteak.
Yeah. Of course. That was a no-brainer.
Right. Yeah.
That wasn't even
I eat a bag of pretzels for eat damn roast pork over cheesesteak.
I mean, anything with bacon in it. There's nothing better in the world than bacon. Bacon all day.
Yep, and Big
Bacon,
Money
egg, and
Sunday.
cheese over chopped cheese.
And Big Money Sunday, we took the trash out 6 times last year, So we planning on doing the same thing. So there's trash on trash. We taking it out. Bam, baby. Don't try to come.
Baby. I shouldn't have gave him that amount of time to think of a burn to come back. I gave him too much time to sit on that fastball, man.
Yeah. Big Money. Appreciate your love, though, Big Money.
Oh, man. Trash or trash. I can't with y'all. Drew, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Drew writes, Dak 1-3 in the playoffs in 7 hurt season.
That's a good one, Drew. That's a good one. That's a damn good one, man.
Yes, sir, Drew.
That's good. That's a good one. That's a good one. It stings, man. It stings for us to lose the playoff games. Every one of them. It's just like pouring.
Last year hit different though.
Oh, I liked it where it hit me last year.
Oh man, look,
I'm gonna be transparent with you guys. I think
that was the best weekend I had in 5 years.
Which one of y'all was talking about Mike McCarthy is just pure trash? Which one of y'all?
That was me.
It was you.
That was me.
And Bad Dog.
All of us.
I mean, for the news to come out to say that these boys were nervous before the game and he didn't do anything to step up and say, hey, get your together, and to have the ideology that Debo is got the doggone boombox coming through the tunnel. They all crunk and our guys tiptoeing through the tunnel in their own house. Don't you know, I wanted to be out there and call a few plays, but I digress.
What was the period?
You know the difference?
What was
Aaron
the period?
Rodgers. McCarthy didn't have to do that in Green Bay.
I told you, exactly. He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to do nothing but just sit back and watch 12 go to work.
That's right.
But you know what?
He was nervous his damn self if that's the case.
You know what? 12, it's been 12 years for 12 or 13 years for him. So he need Mike McCarthy just as well as Mike McCarthy need him, if that's the case. And he threw a 18.9 QBR against those 49ers. So
that's his kryptonite. His kryptonite.
Huh? It was
that's his kryptonite. San Francisco, his kryptonite.
Oh, it's kryptonite. That's okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna bag up off of him.
Hey, but what was that? What was that period he had for y'all in Hard Knocks in off season? What was the period he had?
He wanted
Mojo. What was the Mojo?
My God.
In the playoffs? What was the Mojo period?
What we leaning on now, if I'm being transparent with all of y'all, I'm just leaning on Dan Quinn to pull it up out of him. If Dan Quinn is our only hope right now.
Listen to me. When I tell you, listen to me, Law. I was praying that man took a job this year.
Oh, yeah.
Praying.
Another team. Right. Oh, yeah.
Praying. We have Michael Parsons over here begging, please don't leave. Please don't leave me with these bastards here. Come on back. I wanted him gone. Like, take the Jacksonville job, take the Denver job, take one of these damn jobs. That was the best. I told you last year. I said the best move in the division was y'all getting Dan Quinn. Did I not tell you that?
You hit it right on the head. You right.
Did I not tell you that?
You right.
And I'm saying the fact that he's there, you got a chance. Because without him, y'all would go right back to trash on defense.
That's our hope.
Trevor Patch, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB Rights. Lou, Waterboy voice. Law, he says, Law, you got he says, Law, you got a jug of that high quality H2O you drinking for LB. He said, there is many East panels this week, but this one is my favorite. You know what it is, man. It's the OGs getting together and super friends coming together. Right. When these superpowers come together, it's a force unlike any other, man. You know how we do it.
The Avengers, man.
You know what it is, man. Except it ain't no Thanos around, right?
No.
No Thanos around.
That's Roger Goodell is about it, yeah.
That's about it. Kevin the PRF, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for doubling up. Writes my live YouTube refresh. AM, Law lunch, Law and LB afternoon, Law and LT evening, Law and Bad Dog. So I'm dying to know how Law stays live 24 hours a day.
It's the beard, man. It's the beard, man.
Hey, look, I told you he a rock star, man. He's ubiquitous. That man is everywhere and nowhere at the same time. I've never seen anything like it. Now, I will say, I thought I was the hardest working man in YouTube till I met Bad Dog.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't never seen anything like this shit. He's a machine. Yeah. The man goes to the gym for 6 hours a day. He works a full-time job, and then he comes home He does Lakers games. He does Yankees games. He does Giants games. He does. I'm like, God damn, when do you sleep?
Right.
He does 24-hour streams.
I do 24-hour streams. Yeah.
Right. I'm like, this guy is amazing.
Yeah, listen, the Giants need some of my energy. I'm old, man. I'm 46 years old. Come on.
Bad Dog should have went to the Army.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
But bad dog. Our Lakers, man, you know how it is.
Listen, I'm a Knicks fan.
I'm about to say he's not a Lakers fan.
I thought you were the Laker guy.
No, I just
he do the Lakers games. He's smart.
You do all the Lakers games. I thought you was the Lakers guy.
He know where the
I'm a
money
Knicks
at.
fan, but
He know where the money at.
Well, that's because they play late at night. You know, I got the wife and the kid. I can't do 7:00 games every night. But
they stink anyway.
Law, they were terrible.
Terrible.
Listen, I streamed those games, so I watched every one of them, and they were painful.
Look, the biggest mistake they made is in the offseason, they had what's my guy from Sacramento teed up, the shooter, the second best shooter in the NBA.
From Sacramento?
Yes, Buddy Hield. They had Buddy Hield, and they were going to sign him.
DeRozan too.
And they had DeMar DeRozan. They had those guys teed up, and they were going to have a great team. And they decided we gonna jettison all of them for Russell Westbrook. They got what they deserved.
And
anybody that had eyes could tell you that wasn't going to work.
That wasn't going to work because of the match.
Anybody
be in the playoffs right now if they got DeRozan and Buddy.
Yep.
Wilfredo Elias, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MLBB who writes, I just want to see the NFC beast once in my lifetime. More so watch the Commanders be at the top. Here's to a new season, gentlemen. Cheers.
Cheers.
I think we all hate each other's teams with a passion.
Yes.
But at the same time, I've got pride for my division. I tell people this all the time. I can talk shit because these are family members.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So I can talk shit about them. You don't get to talk shit about my division.
On the outside.
If you're not a part of this, you don't get to talk. So the only way you can instill that is by beating everybody else's ass.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why we got to get back to dominating teams. But it's hard to say that because in the same breath, don't tell me you like, man, I hope Washington ass lose or I hope the Giants ass lose. If they playing, Tennessee, you like, man, I hope Tennessee beat their ass this week. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you can't want the division. You can't have it both ways. You can't want the division to be 13-4, the division winner to be 13-4, but you losing to Tennessee or you losing to Indianapolis. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I know what I want. In my heart of hearts, I want this division to be good.
I don't know, man. That's a tough one. It's kind of hard for me to wish for the success of Dallas.
I agree with you. It's hard for me to root for the success.
Y'all root for us, man.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, I would like to look back like it was when I was growing up, where it was the 80s, where, the Washington would win, or the Giants would win 14 games. Washington would win 12. Like 1986, the Giants were 14-2. Washington was 12-4. And I think Dallas was like 9-7. Philadelphia was like 8-8 in 86. It was there 7-9. Like they were all really good right throughout the 80s. They were all pretty good.
The Eagles were coming. They were coming at that point.
When I was growing up, there was nothing better. CBS, 4 o'clock, man, and someone one of them NFC East games. It did not matter which one it was.
Right.
They were all so good.
And hey, bad dog. Look, listen to this. When you guys in the Super Bowl, you guys are undefeated when I rooted for you. How about that? Because I couldn't stand the Patriots, and I said, "Come on, Giants!" I said, "I'll take the lesser of the evil. Come on, let's go, Giants!" And I rooted for those Eagles in that doggone Super Bowl. But McNabb wanted to throw up, and he couldn't, and I couldn't stand because I can't stand the Patriots. And the year that you guys finally beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl, right? Hear me out. Y'all beat the Patriots, and then they end up winning it the following year anyhow. And they got 5 Super Bowl rings. I thought we ended them. I said, God dog it.
I thought we ended them.
I can't speak for y'all. I think I've asked y'all this before. If I had to rank my disdain for teams in the division, the Giants are a distant third. The only reason I can't stand the Giants seriously is because of the 2011 cap penalty because of John Mayer and him, bitching up and telling the league that we, were in cahoots with, the Raiders and Dallas and all the teams that ended up getting the cap penalty that year. It was John Mayer that did that shit to us. Right. So I can't stand the Giants because of that. But truth be told, I don't really have like malice in my heart for the Giants because they're
feel
nice
the same way
guys.
about Washington. The only team that I rooted for every Super Bowl you've been in that I've been alive to see, I rooted for you. I rooted against Dallas, everyone, and I rooted against Philadelphia, everyone.
Same here. You hit it right on the head. Like, I can't stand Dallas. And literally Philadelphia is right there, like right neck and I can't stand either one of those teams. Or their fan bases, by the way, they're just as obnoxious.
Well, you can't beat either one of us, so that makes sense.
Right.
No.
Makes
perfect sense.
I have a Dallas problem. I don't have a Philadelphia problem. Okay?
What? This is the thing I say about
I don't have a
damn
problem.
the Eagles and the Giants. The fan bases are extremely similar. They are extremely similar, which is why we bang heads so much. When LB and I first met, all we did. All the time was
that was it. I couldn't stand
we're
this
exactly the same, and we don't budge. We're stubborn. We're loud. We love our teams.
Chopped cheese is nothing but a cheesesteak on bread.
You know what it is? Maybe because we don't pose a threat to the Giants all that much.
Everybody poses a threat to us,
and I don't think you pose a threat to us as much. Like, even though you guys, like, when Eli used to kick our ass.
Yeah, Eli was special.
He had his best games against us.
I know.
We couldn't beat Eli Manning to save our life.
Except for 07.
That was it.
He was terrible in 07 against you guys.
But Eli was special in Dallas, though, in that new stadium. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
we always have that one. We always
the playoffs.
First win in the
playoffs?
new Dallas stadium.
Yeah. I couldn't stand Eli.
Yeah. That
33-31, baby.
That was good times, man.
I was on YouTube way back then. I actually won a bet from a guy named Boognish. We had a DVD bet.
What was his name?
Boognish 94. When
Boognish.
YouTube, when the sports community first started out, 2007, 2008, 2009. This was 2009. We had a bet. He likes horror movies. I like horror movies. So we decided, listen, we're going to bet however many touchdowns the winning team scores. That's how many horror movies you got to get the other guy. Wow. I remember winning that bet on the field goal at the end of the game. I was holding my breath. He sent me the next one because Flozell Adams had a cheap shot on one of our linemen. He said the next one because he cheap shot.
Good old Flozell Adams.
And not to mention 2011, when you guys were up 34-22 and Tony Romo overthrew Terrell Owens, which would have been a game-ending touchdown. Eli Manning in the last 5 minutes of that game, phenomenal. Spectacular. Unbelievable. Easy. Legend.
I was an Eli Manning fan.
Yeah,
I was too. Because
I was an Eli Manning fan.
I was, but not for the reasons you were. I like Eli because I knew if you got pressure on him, he was going to throw some no-look passes. I was trying to get my hands on a couple.
He didn't mind closing his eyes.
Eli was different in the playoffs, though.
He was a different animal in the playoffs.
That Plexico Burris,
I was a fan, man. Them playoff runs was crazy.
Plexico.
Steven Rodan.
Days are gone, man, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Amani Toomer, whatever that guy's name.
Yeah, Monty Toomer, Victor Cruz.
Oh my God.
Steve Smith.
Yeah. There's a lot of them.
Eli and Odell, they was nasty the first couple years.
Yeah, they were.
Go ahead and get Eli back on your team, you know.
I think they tried, and it didn't work. His name's Daniel Jones. They tried that.
A clone.
You know, listen, they say it. Adrian says it in Rocky 5. She says, you can teach him everything you have, but he don't have your heart. Daniel Jones don't have Eli's heart.
But you know what's crazy, though?
Don't have his heart.
Bad dog. What happened after the first year was so good?
It wasn't, though. Think about it.
Wasn't.
He threw 25. I bring this stat up a lot.
You're going to bring up the fumbles?
No, 12 games. He played 12 games.
Oh, yeah, okay. All of his touchdowns came in
3 games.
Okay, I got you.
The Jets, the Lions, and against you guys. 13 touchdowns.
The most impressive game was the Bucs game to me.
Yeah, he just came in. He just played. It was unbelievable. But they didn't have any film on him. They didn't know how to get to him. Once they figured this out, once teams get some film on you, you have to adjust to the defense, and he never has. His instincts are bad. His reaction time is bad. And again, it's just something you can't coach, which is why I've lost faith in him. I just don't think he can be coachable. It's his 4th year in the league. He hasn't progressed at all.
You can't. One of my biggest pet peeves is you can't keep making the same mistakes over and over again.
No doubt.
You know,
and he's hurt a lot. It's tough. Listen, the Giants didn't do him any favors. It's not like he's got a great team around him, but you know, it's just again hurt. bad reaction, doesn't know how to slide. There's a lot of things that he does bad. Maybe Dable and Kafka can figure this out. Maybe they can. Maybe they can't. We're going to find out.
If anybody can, it's Brian Daboll.
Yeah.
But
Brian Daboll.
Stephen Rodan, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, do you guys think the NFC East would be owning the NFL right now if Jimmy Johnson, Joe Gibbs, Andy Reid, and Tom Coughlin never left?
Oh, my God.
We kind of do own it. We're the only division in the game with everybody has a Super Bowl.
Right.
That's what I call owning.
Nah, but those dudes was on a different level, though.
Yeah.
Like,
those are all Hall of Famers.
Of course.
Yeah.
You have to have that level of coach in your division for a long time to have every team with a Super Bowl, even though we didn't get ours with Andy.
But the answer to the question, no, because I think, except for Andy Reid, the game passed those other guys by.
It did. I mean,
you know, well, Jimmy, we still living off the 90s high. Let me know if I'm wrong. And you guys still haven't caught up with us yet. You know, and I'm not using it as a braggish, docious type of move there, but we haven't won the Super Bowl since '95, and look at our playoff wins. You know, we still hold the most playoff wins in our division. So,
look, after Joe Gibbs, my favorite coach in NFL history is Jimmy Johnson. I absolutely love Jimmy Johnson and what he did. I can't stand Dallas. I can't stand his teams. They were so good, and you could see it coming. You know, as a Washington fan, you saw the shit coming when they I think they beat, if I'm not mistaken, the Chicago Bears that first year, lost to Detroit. We ended up beating Detroit in the NFC Championship game. That you could see them coming.
That Detroit game killed us, though.
The next year, they won the Super Bowl. They won it again the year after that. You could see them coming. And I loved everything about Jimmy Johnson, even down to, hey, the kicker has asthma. Okay, go to the asthma field.
Yeah.
You know, he made them uncomfortable. Like you hear our players say, he made it uncomfortable to lose.
Right. He didn't feed him. He didn't feed him. He like, oh, y'all lost. Y'all not eating.
Yeah, you're not eating on this flight back.
You ain't eating on this flight. Troy Aikman, you're late. Let's let the plane fly off. You know.
Hey.
You can't do that now.
What?
You can't do that in today's NFL now.
True.
You can't do that in
a weird
in college. You can't. You know what?
You can't do it. You know who tried to do that?
You're right.
Joe Judge tried to do that. Joe Judge tried to have that different.
Well, no, Joe Judge was taking his shit out on coaches. You can't emasculate coaches.
They got the swinging, didn't they?
You know what the hell he was doing.
Right. I think you're right, LB, because you're gonna get dudes that's doing this shit like Debo Samuel. Like, hey, I went out.
You got dudes that's making way too much money. Imagine you telling Tyreek Hill, who probably came to the game in his own Mercedes-Benz Sprinter, he ain't eating. You know what I mean? Some dudes ain't going for that. It ain't happening in this day and age.
It's a totally different.
They spoiled now.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely right.
But to your point, Joe Gibbs is one of my all-time favorite coaches. It's why I don't hate Washington the way I do there, because I grew up in that era with the posse and with Doug Williams and Ricky Sanders, Art Monk, Gary Clark, and Dexter Manley and Charles Mann and Darryl Green was one of my all-time favorite. The Diesel,
Earl Grant. Yes.
I grew up in that era. So even though Washington was like the Giants' biggest rival at the time, because they were always really good, and it was always us battling for the division when I was a young guy. Mm-hmm. It was hard to not have respect for how good Washington's so underrated. From 1982 to 1991, that team went to 4 Super Bowls and won 3 of them. That team was damn good. In 83, lost to the Raiders, but they lost 2 regular season games all year, and they set the record for points.
That's right.
In 83. That was a really well-coached team. And he went with 3 different quarterbacks.
Exactly. I was just about to say.
3 different running backs, too. Yeah. So,
Timmy Smith set the NFL record in the Super Bowl for the most rushing yards.
Hasn't been broken.
Yeah. Still hasn't been broken. Brendan McCloskey, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MLBB Rights. Don't let this distract you from the fact that the Giants haven't won the division since 2012. LOL.
Yeah, no distraction here. I know that all too well.
And they didn't win it in 2012. We did.
We won it in 2011.
11. So it's been since 2011.
That's when you won the Super Bowl, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Listen, when we win the division title, we cash in on it. That's all I know.
Okay.
Right. That's all that matters, right? That's how I feel.
We cash in when we win it.
That's how I feel.
I can't cash in on a damn thing because you gotta win 11, 12 games to cash in on some shit. All right. Yeah. I don't know what that's like. Trying to get there. I think we're on to something. We'll see. I got hope.
No, you was desperate.
I was desperate. I'm desperate
over here.
But our desperation led us to the doorstep of Carson Wentz, which gives us hope.
I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm gonna tell you what Carson's gonna let you down, fam. I'm just gonna let you know, man.
We gonna see, man.
Okay, all right.
We gonna see, man.
You better draft you a tight end, Isaiah Likely, maybe Jelani Woods. What tight end you guys like?
Well, we still have Logan Thomas, but
Carson is going to over target scary.
You got to get up with 2 tight end sets.
We need a TE2 because our tight end went to the Giants. Our second tight end went to the Giants.
Yeah.
Jay Kirk
Carson
20.
think Terry open, he throwing that bitch. Carson won't throw a lot of picks this year.
He gonna be.
Y'all keep
draft
thinking
Carson strong.
Y'all keep thinking that Carson ain't gonna have some dogs out there. We about to draft us one of these Ohio State boys. Man.
Chris Olave, that's who you have.
We about to go get Chris Olave. That's what's gonna be the pick. You know,
I thought he was gonna say Carson Palmer.
Who's a better wideout right now? Who you like better, Chris Olave or Garrett?
Garrett Wilson has a higher upside.
Mm-hmm.
He's got run after the catch ability to make you miss. To me, he's got a game that's similar to Antonio Brown, excuse me. Garrett. Whereas Chris Olave, he's polished, he's smooth.
He is polished, yeah.
The best route runner in the draft. I think
that's what I said.
I like to say that people like Chris Olave, they come in clear packaging, right? You can see inside, you know what you're getting. Mm-hmm. So there's no floor and ceiling, one and the same, right? Pro Bowl, he might not be an all-pro, but he's a Pro Bowl type player. You know what I mean? Whereas Garrett Wilson has a chance to be an all-pro type of player. He's got that kind of ability. But this is the thing. I'm not looking for, if Wilson's there, I'm open to taking him. But we got a number one. I'm not thirsty for a one. Mm-hmm. I just need a compliment to my one.
So you're going to pay your one?
Yeah, he ain't going nowhere. That man is arguably the face of our franchise.
Okay.
If you go on the Washington Commanders website, you're going to see 3 guys. Now 4 because they added Wentz in there. But you're going to see Chase Young. Mm-hmm. You're going to – don't laugh, okay? When you ain't had a quarterback for as long as we have, you're going to roll the quarterback out there, okay? You're going to see Chase Young. You're going to see Jonathan Allen. You're going to see Terry McLaurin. Those are the 3 guys, okay? And we view Jonathan Allen as one of the pillars of our organization from a leadership standpoint, from a play on the field standpoint, and they view Terry as the offensive version of Jonathan Allen.
What was that conversation like? You know, what was the mental mindset of Chase knowing that he was on the trading blocks? Did y'all kind of smooth that out? Or that was just rumors?
He was never on the trading blocks.
It was just rumors.
It was just rumors. So I can tell you this: Ron Rivera aired his ass out, and he needed to be aired out because he thought he had arrived last year. He was Hollywood. He was on Family Feud. He was doing Under Armour commercials. Yeah. And he didn't show up to OTAs last year. And it wasn't a big deal to me. It's only a conversation because he went out and he was funky last year. He was funky. Before he got injured, he had a sack and a half. Like,
he was trash. I said he was going to be trash going into last year.
He couldn't get to the quarterback. And it was because, first of all, I think he's poorly coached. I think all of our defensive linemen, I think we have a poor defensive line coach. And he's not going to be fired because Ron Rivera isn't going to fire him. But I don't think he teaches these guys to use what they've been blessed with. For instance, there may not be a defensive end in the league with longer arms than Montez Sweat. Right. So the fact that he's not pole vaulting guy, I like to call it the long arm of the law. The fact that he's not stabbing dudes and getting up under their shoulders and jacking their ass up because he's going with speed. So you know they're going to open up the door, right? The gate, they're looking for speed. Yep. So now you got them looking for speed. Get into their damn chest with that long ass arm. They can't reach you, right? They're trying to get their balance. Before he know it, he in the damn lap of the quarterback. But he's not teaching them that. Yeah.
No. You control all that momentum if you got long arms.
If you got long arms, you control the action. That's why offensive linemen are taught to punch you, to get off first, to control the action. When you got long arms, you can control the action.
Get to the chest.
But he's not teaching them that. Yeah. You know what he had the audacity to say? What? I show them film of Ryan Kerrigan all the time. Why the hell would you be showing them film of Ryan Kerrigan? Are you crazy?
Motor guy with short arms, yeah.
His arms wasn't even long.
Is bull rush and rip.
That's it. That type of guy.
Like, that's all they were doing last year was bull rush and rip. No spin, no crossover, nothing. They poorly coached, man. But anyway, Jay Kirk 20. Who's the best wide receiver in the NFC East to y'all? For me, it's Scary Terry.
Oh, yeah, it drops for us now.
Significantly. Significantly.
It's a wait and see, though. I'm not finna bang the table and say my dog CeeDee Lamb is going to be the best wide receiver. It's just that Dak Prescott threw 10 interceptions. 6 of the 10 came from when he was trying to target CeeDee Lamb. So now we do know that CeeDee Lamb didn't have the number 1 DB on him, right? It was normally the 2 DB or the 3rd or what have you. So, and they didn't roll coverage his way, and it was supposed to be feast for him. So now it's a situation that it's a wait and see. That's why we probably need to look into this draft, Cowboy Nation, and draft a wide receiver that can release some of that pressure. And that's the reality of it. I don't know what James Washington going to do. He was the 4th receiver in Steelers country, right?
I think it's still McLaurin.
I don't think there's a debate.
Yeah, I don't think it's a contest. No.
Yeah, I don't think it's a
Devontae
debate.
Smith is not no scrub though.
A lot of people in my chat said that Terry isn't better than my dog.
He's not that much better than CeeDee, from what I see so far.
CeeDee Lamb is a dog. I loved him coming out of Oklahoma.
Yeah, Terry's not that much better than CeeDee.
It's a wait and see. I can't put him up there yet.
This is the thing. This is the thing. You just explained why Terry's better. Yeah. Terry's getting everybody's number 1, and they rolling coverage to Terry, and he's still got 2,000-yard seasons with 4 different quarterbacks each of the last 2 seasons. And had he not gotten a concussion at the back end of his rookie season to miss the last 2 games when he had 940 some odd yards, he would have had 3 straight 1,000-yard seasons to start his career. So that in itself tells you all you need to know. The man doesn't have any help. I mean, he's getting bracket coverage, and he's still coming up with 1,000 yards.
Yeah, that's
so
good.
It's Terry for me right now. But again, CeeDee Lamb has the upside to take over that mantle, but it's Terry right now.
Oh, listen, you guys know how I feel about CeeDee Lamb.
I know.
I'm a Sooner fan, man. I knew how good he'd be. I've been saying the whole time since we started this, that man's going to be a star.
Right. Yeah.
But I can't say he's better than McLaurin yet.
Yeah. Not yet.
Not yet.
King of the North, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB who writes, let's take a second to remember how stupid the custom heated benches beef was last year. Dan Snyder is so petty. LOL. That shit pissed me off to no end because I said, look, Dallas, you got to get them. That was swag what they did. You got to get them they props because not only I said this when it happened. I said the shit that pissed me off the most because I was talking cold hard cash. Y'all know I was talking shit. So I said the shit that pissed me off the most about it was they brought their furniture to our house. They knocked on the door. We looked through the peephole. And before we could even say, who is it? Y'all kicked the door open, broke our nose, came in and said, y'all can put the furniture right here, right in the living room. Put your feet up on the coffee table. You ain't take your shoes off. You had dirt and mud and shit. You tracked it all through the house. Put your feet up on the coffee table with your own furniture in our house. This shit was embarrassing. And then you're going to have the audacity 2 weeks later to say, hey, we gonna return the favor and bring the furniture. So all they did was put a 35 spot on your damn head in the first half and doing stupid shit.
FBI, open up!
That's right. Open up.
Hey, Louis, did y'all bring your furniture to Philly?
Nah, y'all probably would have stole the shit.
I can't remember. I feel like I was at that game. I feel like I remember seeing your furniture there.
I think we did.
Disrespected by that.
At the end of the season, they said they tried to make it it's more convenient because these other stadiums don't have heated benches that work, and these do. That was supposed to be. That's the excuse Jerry Jones gave. So we just piggybacked off of that. Oh, yeah, no. The heated benches on the road don't work. So we're going to bring our own heated benches so our guys are comfortable.
You think that was petty? You think that's more petty? You think that's more petty than giving your season ticket holders a medium soda?
Man, that shit was so funny. We were laughing about that for ages last season about the damn medium Pepsi.
Yeah.
They was giving out
one of the greatest tweets I've ever had in my life. Probably the greatest tweet I ever had was when I said Jacksonville fans say our offense stinks. Giants fans hold my medium soda. That's probably the greatest tweet I've ever had in my life.
Oh, my medium soda.
Oh, my medium soda.
Oh,
that was last year was the worst freaking season I've
ever. Hold is a large soda?
Medium.
Can't even give him a
Medium.
large.
Not even a large.
Man gave y'all a medium.
That's
soda.
crazy.
And this is the coup de grace for this
With a
whole
lot of
thing.
ice.
It wasn't for
Hold the ice.
each ticket holder. It was the one on the account. So if you had an account with 4 tickets, those 4 people had to share one medium
4
soda.
straws.
No
4
way.
straws.
I swear to God.
One soda.
That's what it was.
straw.
That's what was happening in Giants land last year.
Man. That was hilarious.
Now you know I came here with a bag in my head.
Right.
And I think this happened after the bag in my head.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh my
thinking,
gosh.
That's terrible.
oh, that was brutal.
Jay Versick, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, come up with a better name than DC4L.
I think that's someone in the chat. I think that's somebody's name in the chat.
That's one of my dogs right there. One of my mods, man. When I see one of my mods over there, I love it.
He's telling you to come up with a better name, Louis. He's telling the Camoes.
He's telling you to come up with a better name. Huh?
You telling me?
That's my mod. That's one of my dogs. Look, let me give him one of my my dogs over there.
See, this is what happens.
My dog got teeth over here, man.
I need for your fan to put a hashtag or some kind of separation. You know, it's you know how it is with y'all Dallas fans. Y'all, the grammar isn't always the best. And how you set things up, you know. So it just all ran together. You know, I didn't even know what the DC4. I thought that was a part of the sentence. I didn't know that was supposed to be separate.
Okay.
Good try, Jay Versick. Try again.
That's my dog, though. That's my dog. It's my dog.
That's my dog. Colton Wheeler, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB, who writes, I mean, you know our division isn't stellar when Wentz makes analysts start picking the 7-10 and 10 team to win the division. I've said this already.
Doing that already?
Yeah, look, man. First of all, last year, people would think you had talking heads talking about, and I told you, if Ryan Fitzpatrick starts the game for you, you're not allowed to make the playoffs. That's in the NFL bylaws. Dang. It's actually in the rule book. So you had dummies out there talking about we were going to be competing with the Rams and teams like that for the NFC crown. And I'm like, what are y'all talking about? It's Ryan Fitzpatrick. It's a little different.
What you said y'all was doing last year?
I think I had us at 10 wins. I had us at 10. And we look, with better quarterback play, I kid you not, we could have won 10 games. Boy, as crazy as our schedule was, we had Mahomes on the ropes. Remember, he was struggling last year.
Yeah, we had him on the ropes too.
Had his ass on the ropes. Eagles had his ass on the ropes. They were in the shootout with the Eagles. And the Eagles fell off.
Punt the whole game and still lost.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all were in that game. It was a close game. Y'all just couldn't keep up. Y'all couldn't stop them. That was the problem.
Yeah. We held them to 19, but you know,
and y'all couldn't score no points.
We couldn't score.
Right. So everybody had Mahomes and company on the ropes. We had their ass on the rope. We was up at halftime, and we had picked them off twice in the first half.
I remember.
We had Jameis Winston and company on. We should have beat them. Yeah. Like we were dominant. We picked Jameis Winston off twice in the first quarter.
Oh, y'all lost to the Saints too?
We lost, dude. Our offense was terrible.
Saints D was good though.
Our offense was terrible.
We beat the Saints.
Your offense was terrible. Hold my medium soda.
I mean, there were.
We had minus 10 passing yards against Chicago for the whole game. Minus 10. Yeah, wrap your brain around that. And minus 10.
And you still need minus 33 to catch up
whole game
to Justin Fields and the Bears when they played the Browns last year. But I mean, look, man, it was rough out on them streets, man. There were games there to be won that if we had better quarterback play, we would have won. So I can see us winning 10 games with Carson. And the schedule's a lot. I mean, I hate to play the schedule game. You guys know that, but it's not. We're not playing Josh Allen. We're not playing Patrick Mahomes. We're not playing Justin Herbert. We're not playing Tom Brady. It's going to be so much easier. The schedule is for us. I can't speak for any of you out there, but I don't know. This is the problem with our division, and this is what I said: the fact that our division doesn't have any quarterbacks. That's the problem in this division.
Bullshit.
Dak is the one quarterback in this division that gives this division any credence.
Yep.
And then that's the problem. That's why it's no consistency here. Because in order to be consistent in this league, you got to have one of those dudes at quarterback. if any of our teams, the 3 teams in here, had a Derek Carr type of quarterback, you know how much better these teams would be in this division just with a Derek Carr. And Derek Carr is
Derek Carr is borderline top 10.
He's a second tier quarterback. So the first tier are the elite dudes, and then that next tier was where Stafford was until he just won the Super Bowl. Yeah, it was Stafford, it was Matt Ryan, it was Derek Carr, it was that second tier, that next tier down.
Dak Prescott's in that tier.
Dak Prescott's in that group, exactly. Okay,
where's Kyler Murray?
He's in that group.
Where are you putting Russ? Where you putting Russ at though? Is this a Super Bowl a bust for him? Because everybody's saying that Russ is that difference maker, right?
So the question is, I still think
Russ is that guy.
I still think he's that dude.
So.
And a lot of people were down on him because he wasn't playing well. And if you actually look at the trajectory of their season, he actually was playing a lot better at the end. They won some games at the end of that season because he had the broken finger and he came back probably sooner than he should have. Mm-hmm. But they got better as the season went on. I think he's still going to play at a high level, and they got a legitimate chance out there. Look, I said this on my podcast.
The division's tough, though, man.
It is, but
the Raiders made big moves. The Chiefs, Chargers. That division.
Iron sharpens iron.
Our division to be.
Iron sharpens iron. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And this is whoever comes out of that division is going to be better because of it. Because you going through murderer's road just to get to the playoffs.
I think Justin Herbert going to surprise everybody.
He's a dog.
That wild.
I don't think there's any surprise in anymore.
That division too.
He's it.
He's legit.
Especially what they did on the defensive side. Ooh.
But the last 2 Super Bowl winners were quarterbacks that changed teams.
Yep.
That just needed that missing piece.
Yep.
I think Russell Wilson is that guy.
If that happened, man, I might have to, we could probably put some money.
Did they do anything for the wide receiver position over there in Denver?
They were already stacked. They were already loaded. They were already loaded. They got the kid from Penn State. What's his name? KJ Hamler.
KJ Hamler, fast.
They got Jerry Judy.
Yeah.
They got Cortland Sutton. And
ask
Dallas. Ask Dallas about Tim Patrick. Okay? Tim Patrick's a stud. I wanted him.
He's a Diggs killer.
He's a Diggs killer. And there are other guys around the league. Terry may not be that right now, but there are other guys that are Diggs killers around.
But as bad as you may look at that, Diggs only gave up 3 touchdowns for the full season, so that's not bad.
Yeah, but like I said, teams go at him because they think they can have success against him.
There's so many stats on Diggs that's just so conflicting. I think I saw a stat that said he gave up so many airtime yardage, something crazy. He was just getting burnt toast all over the field.
That's why like Louis mentioned. That's why he has so many interceptions. They keep testing. If you're a lockdown corner, ain't gonna throw your way.
They're not gonna throw your way.
Right. That KZ on that pick that we supposed to got, but it didn't happen, and Bourne made us look foolish against the Patriots. That was KZ's fault, But a lot of safety issues with Cowboys. I think if we go into this draft and find a nice little safety that we can put in, it'll help us out. But right now, we depended on Malik Hooker to step up.
Well, Landon Collins might be out there.
Nah, Mike, he is.
He is. But if we had Landon, we would probably play him like we play J-Ron Curse, close to the LOS.
That's where he's best.
Yeah.
Kevin, the PRF. Anyway. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, Rice. What's the panel's dream home opener this fall? I'm hoping for Wentz to play a Sunday night home opener in Lincoln Financial.
Ooh. We got
give me. Listen, give me. I want Dallas week 1. I want the hype.
I gotta buy that hat now. I gotta buy that hat. I'm gonna buy a hat to say we want Dallas, and I'm gonna send it to all of y'all, man.
That's what I want because we could beat Washington and New York.
I don't
beat Dallas. That's the last hurdle for us.
I don't
to win this division.
I don't have I want Philadelphia because
we swept y'all.
I want to get them out the way and just knock them off.
You might get them
put them in the rear view mirror. I want Dallas in the middle of the season.
Okay.
I want y'all in the middle of the season when we get shit revving up. I don't want y'all all the way what I don't want is week 2 and then week 17. Like we did with the Giants. I don't want that shit. Okay. Mm-hmm. Give me a week 1 NFC East opponent. Let me see that same team in week 9, week 10, week 8, week 9, week 10. Let me get somebody in week 4. Let me see them again in week 11. Let me get somebody in week, and if that last team, we play them twice in a 4-week span, whatever. But don't backload my shit like you did last year. And don't give me one team early in the season and then I don't see them until the very end.
I just thought about you. He had the diet soda thing or the medium soda thing. And then I just remember when you said we played you last game of the season, we ran back-to-back quarterback sneaks from our own 2 on 2nd and 11 and 3rd and 9. And you know what's funny? Jake Fromm threw a pick 6, and I go, that's the first passing touchdown we've had in a month. And that was to the wrong team.
Hey, look.
My dream opener is a bye. Is that how bad the Giants are? I hope we have a bye.
Hey, you know what's crazy? Is Bad Dog was over there sitting thinking. That whole time he was over there like, wait a minute. Did we run 2 quarterback sneaks?
Listen, I broke out the toilet paper. I when I was live streaming that game with Chris, I broke out a toilet paper roll. I said, this is our playbook. I mean, really, what I was cueing clown music. I didn't even know what to do. I've never seen anything like that in my life. You were down 3-0. We were in the game.
Yeah,
it's embarrassing.
They got him fired.
Reminded me when we had Jim Zorn as our coach.
That was awful.
Yeah. Look, when you got a coach like that, there's no hope.
No,
there's
y'all was so high on Joe Judge too that year.
Oh, I was. Listen, he sold me.
I told y'all. I said, man, he must have learned from osmosis from Saban and from Belichick, and he came in talking a good game, and
he got me. He got
me. He had Louis hook, line, and sinker.
Hook, line, and sinker, man.
Louis said, "Joe Judge just make me want to run through a wall."
Yeah, I did the same thing. He got me.
About him. Yeah,
hey, I told you.
Right, he said just something about him.
Hey, I couldn't have been more wrong.
But honestly, my dream is just the easiest team we have on our schedule. I want to win. I want to win an opener. We've won once opening game once since 2009. That was 2016 in Dallas. We won 1 week. Week 1, we have 1 win since 2009.
Didn't you tell me? I think you were the one that said this, and it was mind-boggling. As mind-boggling as the 1991-92 back-to-back playoff years for us. Didn't you say you haven't been over 500
in 5 years?
In 5 years,
we have not been over 500 at any time since the beginning of 2017.
That is amazing.
That is
5 straight years of under 500.
That is amazing.
You've never even been 1-1.
No, we've been 500, LB, not over 500. Yeah. We were 2-2.
1-0 is all it takes.
Yeah, we were 2-2 in 2019, but we have not been over 500
at one point. Wow.
So, but you know what? It makes sense because every year you look up your 0-5, your 1-6, something like that. You dig yourself this massive hole.
It's been bad. Wow. Now you know I work so hard. I'm working up all that
worst team in the league. They're the worst team in the league, man.
Listen, I can't even argue that. I can't even argue.
Oh my God!
Because you know I want to argue, so I'm just gonna say this: Hurts still sucks. No matter how bad we are, Hurts still blows.
Is Daniel Jones better than Hurts? Don't lie to yourself.
I don't even know, LB. We flip a coin.
No, he's not.
You know what? Listen, Hurts made the playoffs. So, yeah, I don't know. Flip a coin.
Oh, hell. Here we
go.
Flip
a coin.
Here we go.
The fact you have to compare him to Daniel Jones, LB, tells me all I need to know about your real thoughts about Jalen Hurts.
I just wanted to hear you say it.
Benjamin Wynn.
My man, Ben.
Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, the real champs are here. The champs are here.
He's a Rams fan. He's from Los Angeles.
Supporting Bad Dog. Dallas had the higher seed but couldn't make it to the Super Bowl. Shaking my head. Whatever it takes to repeat. Yeah. That man know a little something.
Yeah. My man, Ben.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Still
King of the North.
Top though.
Thank you for the super chat.
Only at the bottom, too.
I've been keeping you company for a little while there.
Appreciate you, Lou.
I've been keeping you company a little bit. King of the North, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Writes, calling it now, Washington sweeping Philly. I second that as well. I think we're going to sweep you this week.
Why are you based off what? Carson Wentz.
No, not
Carson Wentz. Diaper gonna be full before kickoff.
Look,
Trust me.
Look,
diaper gonna be full before kickoff. I know the guy like the back of my hand.
Not only is it because of Carson Wentz, and it's not just because of Carson Wentz, it's because we're just better than y'all. I look at y'all top to bottom. The guy that used to scare me on your defense was Fletcher Cox. He's old. He's not the same Fletcher Cox anymore. All right,
still mess us up.
I don't have Fletcher Cox problems anymore. He used to destroy us.
Tears us up.
Destroy us. He used to be doing that damn army crawl. He used to be doing that army crawl all over our ass.
Yep.
I don't see that shit no more. I be forgetting he's even on the field. Okay. I'm not afraid of anybody in your secondary. And so Terry owns Darius Slay. Terry, if there is one guy in the division he owns, it's Darius Slay. So
that's cap. No,
it's not cap. False. It's not cap. We had one big play in the game with Garrett Gilbert. You know who it was on? You know Terry got deep on? The same guy he always cooks, Darius Slay. So it's not about the fact that we have Carson Wentz. It's just I look at my team and I think my team is better than your team. You have a distinct advantage.
You thought that last year though. You still think that?
I did win before the injuries and COVID hit. I told you that. Yep. COVID destroyed us. I think more so than any other team in the league. COVID absolutely wrecked our season or what was left of it. I give Dallas a ton of credit because they started the downslide. But
the mental lapse.
COVID took us out. COVID took us out.
The mental lapse that Carson Wentz has cannot be cured. I'm telling you that Carson Wentz is going to snatch the little bit of pride that you have left in these Commanders out of your chest this season. I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
I've been a fan, and I've seen it all.
I guarantee it.
I've just told you we haven't had a franchise quarterback in 40 years. So it ain't a damn thing Carson Wentz can do to me that ain't already been done to me before. Okay.
And you think Carson Wentz does not have the testicular fortitude to stand across from the team that drafted him?
I can't argue any of that. I'm not going to sit here and argue that this man, I told you, it's not the physical gifts with Carson Wentz. No one's arguing that. It's between the ears with him. That's what it always has been. That's what it always will be with Carson Wentz. If he can overcome whatever's going on upstairs and just focus, I think we got ourselves a quarterback. But we're going to see. I've contended this all along. Carson Wentz has never had a true number one wide receiver in his career. He's going to have one now. And the weapons that we're going to put around him, he's never had that in his career.
So when you did that,
Michael Pittman is a number one wide receiver.
Michael Pittman is a high-level number two.
When you did that stat line that said the last two quarterbacks that went into the Super Bowl changed the quarterback, it just hit me. So
that could be us.
That could be us. Are you saying that the Washington team is going to the Super Bowl?
Anything could happen, but Denver's in a much better position
with a guy
with a much better quarterback.
Game?
Huh? You say what?
I said with a guy who never won a playoff game, a guy who is as frail as a damn twig outside. We're gonna
look.
Boy, hey, I can't wait to play Carson Wentz.
Narratives can change. People can change.
Boy, they putting wheelchair Wentz in the chat over here.
Hey, look, man. Y'all can say what y'all want about this man, but instantly he comes into the division. Instantly, he's the second best quarterback.
I wholeheartedly disagree because Jalen Hurts beats Trevor Lawrence for the division. He beats Trevor Lawrence for the division on the last week of the season. Jalen Hurts does that.
Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah, ain't that who Carson Wentz lost to the Jaguars with a playoff berth on the line?
See, this is what happens when you don't know about family business. That's not our family business, so you got to keep your nose out of other people's family business. The Colts haven't beat Jacksonville in Jacksonville since 2018. They don't win in Jacksonville. They don't win in Jacksonville.
Carson Wentz is not supposed to lose to a rookie
last year. You know, Jacksonville won one game last year in 2020.
And they beat the Colts.
Indianapolis with Phillip Rivers. It's not just Carson Wentz. The whole team was bad, by the way. Okay, it wasn't just Carson.
The Colts?
Carson wasn't good. The whole team was bad against Jacksonville in Week 18.
It's inexplicable. It's inexcusable.
But I'm telling you,
I'm sorry.
But look, that's family business. You know how it goes. Certain family members just know how to play certain family members.
I agree.
In certain establishments, they don't know how to beat Jacksonville in Jacksonville for whatever reason. I can't explain the shit. The stadium's half full. There's nobody there. They don't know how to beat Jacksonville in Jacksonville. And keep in mind, that's the same Jacksonville team that held Buffalo to 6 points. And any week, but Jacksonville can jump up and bite your ass. Boom, scare you, turn you white. They got. It happens.
I can't excuse losing to a first-time head coach. I can't do it.
And I'm gonna tell you like this: the man got COVID.
Who?
The man got COVID, and when he came back, he wasn't the same quarterback. Cam Newton told me the same thing. I remember
Cam Newton. You done blame COVID on 10 losses tonight.
Listen.
Who got COVID now?
I remember look, I'm not a Cam Newton fan, right? But you can't tell me those first 4 games of the season, that first year in New England, Cam wasn't tearing shit up. Remember they lost to Seattle on a Sunday night? Cam had 400 yards passing in that game, probably another 50, 60 rushing. And Cam he started out like gangbusters, and then he got COVID. And he was never the same. He was awful when he came back. I had COVID before. I don't know if any of y'all had COVID. I had shit. Okay. That shit is debilitating from a respiratory standpoint. Like, I didn't feel like myself for like a month. These are athletes we talking about that need lung capacity. I don't need my lung capacity. I ain't doing shit. These guys got to go out here and they got to put they got them essentially their livelihood on the line. And I'm telling you, you're not yourself for the first month after COVID. So,
but I've seen a lot of guys who were themselves when they came off the list as well.
Not at quarterback. You might have seen a wide receiver. You might have seen a defensive end. You ain't seen it at quarterback.
I got
every quarterback that had COVID that came back got their ass kicked. Like, that shit is not a joke. So look, Carson Wentz didn't get it done, and he admitted that. And I love the fact that he got here and he was willing to answer the tough questions. Like, look, I didn't play well against the Raiders. I didn't play well against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I wasn't good enough. But I watched Hard Knocks, and I watched those games individually. It wasn't just him. They did not.
I will say this, though. Carson Wentz. Well, actually, I kind of just forgot what I was about to say. It wasn't him. Yeah, I forgot what I was about to say. Never mind. I was listening to you too much. My bad. Disregard.
But that's why you forgot, because I was filling your head with a bunch of good stuff, useful shit. You was about to say some bullshit. That's what you was about to say.
Good. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you.
I'm gonna tell you what a wise woman once told me. When you forget some shit, that means it wasn't important. So what you was about to say probably wasn't all that important.
It was a good point.
That's not always true, because my wife tells me stuff and I forget it, and you damn bet she makes me know that shit was important.
Look,
right?
No. I'm talking about the shit you was going to say, not what somebody told you.
Oh, gotcha.
And you need to remember. If you were going to say something and you forget it, it wasn't important.
Even most of the shit I say is not important, whether I remember it or not. So it's a difference.
Hey, that's why you almost got 100K. The shit must be important. Right. 100,000 people beg to differ. Okay,
there you go.
We're trying.
This little chat. It's a little hate in here. He's so excited. I lost my train of thought. Listen, man, I'm still on 420 time. Little do you know.
Man. Hey, look.
Smoke weed every day.
Every day.
April 20th to me.
Hey, my best-selling merch in my store.
Hey, look.
The 420 crew. Go big.
The 420.
That was yesterday.
That's funny. Twin D, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB. Half of the people don't even know what 420 is, okay? Right. The Super Friends, the best show on YouTube. You're damn right it is.
Appreciate you, Twin D.
Appreciate you, Twin D, as always, bro.
Lord, bros, you must scooped up some of those Eagles edibles, huh?
No, it wasn't those.
Hey. Alex, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy, Alex.
My birthday's on Monday, so I've been enjoying myself.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, man.
Happy birthday, man.
I'm getting old out here.
Hey.
Yeah. You know what? I'll see you when you get here, LB, because I've been old for a while now.
Lou, what you want to bet Philly is better than Washington? I don't like betting because I don't trust my team. Clearly, they've let me down in the past, so I don't like betting. But I'll tell you that I'll tell you when I think we're gonna lose, and I'll tell you when I think we're better than somebody. Like I told you, I'm not afraid of anybody in this division, right? But the only team that it's like a mental block is Dallas. I told you, my dad is a Cowboys fan, and he always says we got two houses, yours and ours.
Yeah,
he's not wrong. Dak Prescott's 9-1 against us now.
Yeah.
Like it's a problem.
Yeah.
He's like 9-1 against us too.
Right.
9-2, whatever.
It's like 9-1 against us too.
We haven't beaten him since his rookie year. I know
it's
that.
It's a problem, man. This shit is getting out of control, and Cowboys fans like to go back to this shit every time. What's Dak's record against you? I'm sick of this shit.
Yeah.
All right. So we need to rectify this. And
somebody in our division need to sweep him. Has that ever happened?
We did in 2016.
Yeah,
we swept him in 2016.
2016.
Rookie season, we got him.
Clearly, I haven't because I only got one.
Yep.
So clearly,
twice.
I haven't done that.
I mean, y'all snuck one from us, man. That snap infraction thing. Washington.
Snap infraction.
Washington when they beat.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, your kicker still had a chance to make the field goal.
Oh man, come on, that kicker, man. You had to slide him back.
Yeah. He still had a chance, but look, we won that strength of our defense that day. Our offense was terrible.
Yeah.
But I don't want to bet you, Alex. I'm just telling you we're better than y'all. I don't want to bet you.
My dog Alex trying to talk money, huh?
Look, I may see. This is why I always make sure I think before I speak, because you get me in that pocket, and then I start talking reckless. But I know my team, so
bet 1,000. Fuck it.
Yeah, no.
You watch the video back. No. I said that.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
John Craig, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB who writes, who got the worst fans in the NFC East?
Eagles. That's not close.
Give it to us. Give it to us.
It's the Eagles.
Without a doubt.
We'll take it because y'all all wrong. We actually got some of the greatest fans in the national football.
You do, but you got the worst too.
You are fat. You are spot on. That is 110% facts. Some of my favorite non-Washington fans are Eagles fans.
Right here, like this guy right above me.
Yeah. I love some of you guys, but you are outnumbered 100-1 for every one of those one that I love.
1,000-1.
It's 1,000 of y'all bastards that I'm like, man, if you don't get the hell out of my goddamn stream talking that bullshit.
Every year I take somebody from out of town into what they think is treacherous territory, and they end up having a time of their lives. We don't do medium cokes in Philly.
No, I'm sure you don't.
I'm saying we treat you right. We treat you right now. We don't do medium beverages now. We do big.
Hey, go ahead. John Perez. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy JP writes, salute to the Super Friends, especially Laker Dog.
Maybe that hat. I've had that for 4 years. There's a story behind that. I'd tell that another time.
Laker Dog.
Real quick. When I started streaming basketball, I used to do it early in the day. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. It's taking time away from my family. It's taking time for things I want to do. I'm just going to stream late games. The Lakers happen to be on national television a lot. It was the first year LeBron got there. So I'd stream them. They just happened to be on national television. Somebody said Laker Dog because it just happened to me. I was doing Laker games. I said, you know what? Buy an NBA League Pass. I'm covering the Lakers. And that's
the story.
Laker Dog. That's the story. That's how I ended up.
I remember.
That's how I ended up doing it. The 2018, 2019 season, I started streaming the Lakers, and that just stuck.
Me and Bad Dog was rivals. I was talking mess too. I was like, he's streaming what? Lakers? I said Bad Dog will stream chicken fighting contest if it's on TV.
I would too.
That dude over there. Hey, I wouldn't put it past him. I watched them at one point. There was this like tag contest where they jumping through shit. And you got to try to tag. I'm like, Bad Dog, you commentate that shit. You let him.
But this the thing, though. He'll make you interested.
Yeah.
Hey.
He'll make you interested. That's what makes him good at what he do.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
He's the best. JP says, salute to the Super Friends, especially Laker Dog for Brunson. He says, would you rather draft Jermaine Johnson to succeed Graham or Jordan Davis to succeed Cox? So that's for you, LG.
That's a good question. That's one of the best questions I've been asked about the draft in the last week. I'm looking more for a successor for for Fletcher Cox.
How about this? Let me add another one.
Jordan Davis, man.
Let me add another one, LB. How about Linderbaum for Kelsey?
I wouldn't.
Last year.
I wouldn't do
it. Last year.
I wouldn't do it because Linderbaum ain't gonna start a single game, or he's not gonna get a snap. Kelsey is super dependable. Right. You never know if Kelsey coming back.
To succeed him, though. To succeed him.
Succeed, I said.
But he's a first round. But I get where for the center.
He's coming from because even
he'll be sitting the whole year.
Play. You know what I mean? Even Jordan Davis is going to play, even if they're not starting.
That's what I'm saying.
By week 7 or 8, those dudes might be taking starter reps.
Right.
If Linderbaum
you want your first round pick to play
the entire season, if everybody stays healthy.
And I don't want
you to
Jermaine is still developing. You know, I think that he's still going to be good, but he's still developing, though.
I don't want Linderbaum in there.
Right. Jordan Davis would be a better situation.
Yeah, Jordan Davis makes more sense, but I wouldn't personally take Jordan Davis. The guy for me is Devontae Wyatt because you can move him outside and inside. It's kind of like
he's a dog, but you know he got that off the field stuff.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Well, if you don't care, I don't care. Just let you know.
Shit, I had a bunch of off the field stuff outside the classroom shit, and I'm fine now. It's just a learning process. As long as you ain't kill nobody, I'll draft you.
Touche.
All right. You won't slapping women around though.
Oh no, that's what he was doing. I ain't look him up.
I ain't saying. I'm just.
I ain't look him up.
Hey, Christian Sorto. My fault. Christian Sorto. Thank you for the super
I know
chat.
him. He a hater. Paid the hate. Paid the hate.
Philly fans say the same dumb thing.
He a hater, man. I know him.
Hey, now, hey, look. First of all,
you know you're doing it right when he got haters.
Hey, right. He ain't no hater. He a commander. That's all.
He had to pay. You could have typed that. No. I probably would have seen it. I'm scouring the comments for hate. I probably would have seen it.
Christian, it was so good. It was so nice. He decided to come back and do it twice. Double up. Thank you, Christian Sorto, who writes, Diggs the most overrated cornerback in the league.
He must be a Giants fan.
Yeah, he got to be.
No, he's a Washington
fan.
Oh, is he? Oh,
so he wouldn't take Diggs on his team right now?
Diggs would be the best cornerback on that team.
Negative. I don't want Diggs.
You wouldn't want Diggs on his team.
Who would be better than Diggs on that team right now?
On our team?
You can't be mad at that interception he got on Scary Terry.
I mean, William Jackson III started to play really good football.
I don't think Diggs the best corner in the division.
Well, I know you're gonna say Slay. Well,
of course it's Slay.
It's
Slay.
Might be Bradbury.
Bradbury's pretty damn good. That's my vote. It's James
Bradbury's pretty damn good.
Y'all lost your mind, man.
It's James Bradbury.
Bradbury's pretty damn good.
This how you know Diggs. I won't say ain't worth a damn, but people ain't afraid of him. What's my man on the other side that the Raiders won the game because he had 18 pass interference penalties? What's his name? Anthony Brown.
Right.
What can Brown do for you? Lose you some damn football games.
Yeah. This was his best season so far.
If
believe it or not,
I'm playing Dallas, why not just throw Anthony Brown? He's cheeks.
Yeah. Anthony Brown did have a lot of yards given up just as much as Diggs. On top of that, with Diggs, what people look at Diggs, they try to make him a 4th or 5th year cornerback. You know, Jalen Ramsey gave up more yards than Diggs in his 3rd year ever. Diggs is entering into his 3rd year. And Jalen Ramsey is perceived to be one of the better DBs out there, but he gave up a lot of yards in his 3rd year. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that Diggs is Jalen Ramsey, but come on, man. You see how
I think a lot of the hate for Diggs comes from who he plays for.
Not only that. It's
look at the quarterbacks Diggs played against this year. Especially in this division.
Well, this division was brutal. But a lot of people forget that he was an ex-wide receiver, and he's still learning how to play the cornerback position. That's why his hands are so damn good.
Yep.
So he's got high upside, but this is the thing. I said this about Hurts. I say the same thing, and I think LB is right about this. When a player plays for a certain team, it makes you not like them. Like Jalen Hurts is a good, wholesome young man.
Yes, he is.
I want to root for him.
Me too.
I can't stand the Eagles fans. So by virtue of that, I can't stand Jalen Hurts. And he's a good dude. I want to root for him.
I didn't want that. I hated that he went to Philadelphia.
I hated too.
Because I said, number one, every Sooner goes to Dallas or Philadelphia. What the hell is that about? What the hell? CeeDee Lamb, DeMarco Murray, Jalen Hurts. Like, what the hell? Charles Tapper. I mean, Neville Gallimore. I mean, how many damn Sooners go to the Eagles? And then DeMarco Murray left the Cowboys and went to the Eagles. So then what the hell? I can't even root for the damn guys. I'm like, come on, man.
That's rough.
Come on.
That's rough.
Jalen Hurts, good kid, plays hard, good lead. He's just not a good quarterback. I love Jalen Hurts. He's not a good quarterback.
Even Rent's due is nice.
Yeah.
Even like he gets it. Even when he lost, he's like
his development isn't done. That's the bottom line for me. The development isn't done.
Right. True that.
I think he got another level of his game. He got improvement to make.
That's what we all see. I don't think so. I don't think he can get to another level. I don't
think so.
That he's maxed out at what he's capable of. He just needs to be the best version of himself.
Yep.
I don't think it's the arm strength. I think it's the anticipation. But we shall see.
It's arm strength. It's accuracy down the field. Those deep out routes. He has a tough time with them. He's
marginal.
He's got some skills, but he'll never be.
It's not the skills. The skills that he's displayed are not the skills you need to get you over the top. I agree. So he has to develop. That's my whole thing with him, and he ain't done developing. I want to see where this thing ends. In Philadelphia,
he does have the it factor. The man wants to win. He has a winning attitude, and he does have good pocket awareness. But he fumbles a lot too.
Yeah,
and
he's casual with the football. That was my problem with him at Oklahoma. He's casual with the football.
Yeah, he is
too casual with the ball.
He is.
Yeah.
The interception he threw against the Giants at the end of the half, he did that a couple of times, that type of play. I'm like, you can't do that. You got to take the 3 points. You can't be stupid. And I know because my quarterback does that shit all the time. So I know all about those bad decisions down in the red zone.
Yeah, I agree.
Daily Grind, thank you for being a member of the MOBB, who writes, love you guys, man. All y'all hard work to bring us great content. Everyone on the panel is great except Delusional Brunson.
Brunson was scanning for that one too.
No, I mean, I just seen that. I mean, what do you want me to say? I'm the one in Philly. I'm the one where I'm from.
John Bell, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Writes, at the end of the day, Law, you buns.
That's what
you got a sound bite for that? I was waiting for you to just hit a button.
I got one for him.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, and also
shame.
Oh my God, Marcus Kane, shout out to you.
Yeah.
My guy's late night. My guy's late night troopers.
All right.
Yeah.
Marcus Kane, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Marcus writes, bullies in the building. Ain't that what y'all call yourselves over there?
Bullies in the building.
You know how we do it. You already know. You know what we call ourselves.
I think that's what y'all call yourselves.
If we do this at 12 o'clock noon, that's when all the bullies is up eating lunch. That's when we do lunchtime with the bullies. We need to do this at noon one time. So I got some back. I get attacked that night.
Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. Bullies don't like to get punched in the face. So.
I think Tyson just punched the man.
He just beat the brakes off somebody that needed to be punched in the face.
Right. They saying Tyson was the bully though.
No, that dude was drunk.
That's how they perceiving it. No, I saw it. Yeah,
drunk, and he was belligerent and kept bothering him. And he told him, "Leave me alone." He even took a selfie with took a picture with the dude. Like, all right, I gave you what you want. Leave me alone. Mm-hmm. Anyway, first of all, who in their right mind annoys Mike Tyson?
Mike Tyson, right?
Bruh, I'm not even speaking to Mike Tyson if I see him in public. I'm not even speaking to him because I get mistaken for people all the time. I'm 6'4". I know you can't tell sitting in this chair. I'm 6'4", like 230. Mike Tyson gonna think he boxed me before and have flashbacks. I ain't got time for that.
Mm-hmm. You look like you could be akin to Cat. Has anybody ever told you that?
Yeah, Anthony Towns, The Game, Brandon Graham. I'm like, man, I'm Brunson.
Yeah, you give me Cat vibes. For sure. King of the North. I know you know who everybody say you look like, Law.
Yeah, James Harden. Yeah, I get it.
King of the North, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy, King of the North, writes, what is LB's opinion on why Wentz fell off in Philly? Did Foles winning the Super Bowl really get in his head?
Yeah, Foles got in his head. He's soft. He's soft, man. This is honestly, to keep it 100 with you, this ain't the right division for Carson Wentz. Now, Washington might be the softer of the teams with fan base wise. They just lay down and they don't expect much. Wentz can't take his attitude to He can't take that to New York. He can't take that to Dallas. He can't take that to Philly. And being as though he got to play against those hostile environments, I just don't think he's mentally tough enough to play for any team that has a major city surrounded by it. He can't take the heckling from the media. Once Wentz is down, he's down, man. You got to praise Wentz and coddle him. You got to do a lot. And then I think a lot of his teammates, spoke out against him, basically everywhere he's played. You know what I mean? And it's just a lot with Carson Wentz, man. A lot, man. He ain't ready, man. He ain't tough enough.
That wasn't the case in Indy, though. Anymore. They loved him in Indy. They loved him in Indy.
They did love him in Indy. And to be fair, and this is what I forgot to say, I don't think he deserved to lose his job after 1 year in Indy either. I didn't think that was fair.
Well, you know why he lost his job. The owner couldn't stand him, and he was mad that he didn't get vaccinated.
I mean, that's a theory.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a theory. It's facts. He literally said, I don't know why Carson Wentz isn't here. We all do know why. He was mad because Carson Wentz wasn't vaccinated. He got COVID, and he feels like that's the reason. If you watch Hard Knocks, and I know you didn't, but if you watch Hard Knocks, it all plays out right in front of us. You see it. You see the week before, Carson Wentz makes an amazing play on the road against Arizona to help them win the game when they had half of their team out, and they're giving him a game ball in a locker room and praising him. And then you're telling me 2 weeks later he can't be your quarterback and he needs to be off your team in ASAP? Come on, give me a break.
He's owners, boy. And then that's the reason why Jerry didn't like Amari, in so many words.
Because he wasn't vaccinated?
He wasn't vaxxed.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, but you know what? These owners, man, they something else. Man. Trevor Patch, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy Trev writes, the only QB I'm worried about is Vanilla Vic.
Hey, I'm worried about him too, so that makes two of us.
Hey, look, I can tell you this. That man be running on our ass. He might not throw that.
He runs on Philly's ass like crazy.
Man, he be running that rock on our ass, boy.
Yeah.
Damn.
The game where he had that little phantom, he got tackled in the outfield and in the end zone.
That was like an 80-yard run, man. He was going to the house. He outran his own feet.
But the whole week I was saying, watch the quarterback option, watch the keeper. The whole week I knew he was going to do that.
Yeah. He did the same shit against us, and they called it back for what I thought was a bogus ass.
He plays really well against Washington.
He plays his best ball. If he played us 16 times a season, he'd be a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Yes, he would. I say that. I'm like, can we just play Washington every week? Daniel Jones is the best quarterback in the league.
I don't know what the hell it is about him, but he kills us. Luck. That's why he said the only quarterback he's worried about in the division is because he kicks our ass.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Oh, man. Luck, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy, Luck, thank you for being a member of the MLBB Rights. I just want to know why Law was dodging our call like that when Dallas lost that playoff game. I can't answer.
I mean, the thing was, I don't think that the Washington football team was even in it. You got to be in the club to get the call, right?
I just all I wanted to do was offer my condolences. That was it. I wasn't even looking to rag on it.
Well, I had the phone lines open all the next week. The following week, I had the phones line open on my
It's
call
nothing like
yesterday
when it's fresh.
When it was fresh
and new. Like when you called me at halftime of a game that wasn't even over yet.
Yeah.
It's nothing like when it's fresh.
But did y'all beat us, though? That's the thing. You talking about another man's victory.
I celebrated it like it was ours.
Celebrate another man.
I celebrated it like it was us 10 times over. It was great. It was glorious.
I celebrated it too. I ain't gonna lie.
But hey,
like I said, that was the best weekend I had in 5 years.
So I knew the Giants was just chilling. They were sitting there saying,
listen, Law, I gotta ask you a question. Yeah. What happened the last play of the game? I was sitting there with a paper bag in my head. I didn't see what happened.
I mean, the aficionados got in the way. They was just getting all in the way. Dak was sweating and trying to get there, and I was saying, God, dog, look at it. But that game goes to show you that you guys was telling the truth about Mike McCarthy. That's all that I was really pissed off about, is that those boys wasn't ready to play. They should have been like, you know what? This is our home. We earned that spot to get here, and we're going to shut it down. But they was timid. He said that they was nervous. I wouldn't let that left my mouth. As the coach, I wouldn't have said. I would have said, you know what, these boys, I had them prepared. We just took the L. I wouldn't have said that they were.
Debo
nervous.
was on a warpath in the playoffs too, man. Debo was just different in the playoffs. He was hard to stop. But that whole run they had
eventually he was crying too. He was crying too. So,
yeah.
So
yeah, he channeled his inner Terrell Owens, is what he did.
Right.
Barrett Downing. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, my guy BD. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB Rights. Lou, I love when you guys get together. Thanks for what you do, but Lou is my guy. That's right. BD is my guy.
Nothing wrong with that. Shout out to Lou.
Appreciate y'all for coming on and blessing the stream as always. The Phillies Ace 34. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate. Like, this is one of the Philly fans that I get down with. Love this dude.
Hell yes.
You too?
Oh yeah, he's the one that sent me the Eric Allen jersey.
Oh, okay, this is my guy. So
hell yes.
Says, Stella!
Put me in the
Stella!
Got the groove.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Bad Dog put up the jersey bet with LB this season. Law and Bad Dog with who has the best year, Wentz or Hurts?
Wentz or Hurts.
What they got to do with what they got to do with Law?
Who has?
He's just asking y'all.
Oh, he asking us.
Yeah, Johnny. Listen. I'm probably not putting up any bets. I'm gonna enjoy that crown till I feel my team is a little bit more competitive. Because last year, as we all know, and there's receipts. It was April 20th, the beginning of the year for me, because I didn't know I thought the Giants were going to be good.
Everybody's optimistic this time.
No, I was like really optimistic this year.
Yeah,
I don't expect much.
Yeah,
I was pretty.
Look. It's easy. So we're gonna do this again before the season, obviously, and we are going to take a look at the schedule like we always do. And we're gonna give you can say that now, and then as you get closer to the season, you're gonna get excited. You're gonna hear about some of the new things that Brian Dable is
You're gonna have a good draft, and I'm gonna have a really good draft. Games.
That's
we're gonna kick your ass, Brunson.
That's what we do as fans.
I know.
You're gonna convince yourself that
we're gonna beat you too. You ain't sweeping us, damn it, Daniel Jones.
Yeah, there you go. You got it. You know how it is. Thank you, the Phillies Ace 34. Condoleezza Perry, my girl Condo P in the building. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB who writes, always lit when the Super Friends link up. What are your thoughts on the AFC West this offseason?
We talked about it a little bit earlier.
It's loaded.
Amazing.
Yeah. It's low. I don't know if I've ever seen anything quite like it before.
Yeah.
Right.
Even the worst team in the division, the perceived worst team in the division is the Raiders. Even though they made the playoffs, because I think we all agree that Justin Herbert is better than Derek Carr. Therefore,
they're all better than Derek Carr by a lot.
And the fact that the Raiders are right there because of the moves they made, like people forget, they also got Chandler Jones this offseason. Like they are going for it.
And I'm telling you, Josh Jacobs is so underrated, man. That guy can play.
Yeah, and
they got a good running game. They had a number one receiver.
They got Darren Waller. They got one of the best slot receivers in football in Hunter Renfrow.
Yes.
Hunter.
They got Max Crosby. He's one of the best edges in. I want our division to be like the AFC West. I want this division like the AFC West. That's what I want.
You need to get some top end quarterbacks for that.
That's exactly my point. In order to be what they are, you have to have quarterbacks headlining.
Derek Carr would be the best quarterback in our division.
I agree.
I disagree.
He's there with Dak.
I disagree.
I think Derek Carr is better than Dak.
I don't.
Based off of what, that one game? Are you basing it off of one game last year?
You talking about Thanksgiving?
You talking about the Thanksgiving game? That's what you basing it off of, or what?
I'm basing it off Derek Carr just being able to pass the ball better since he's been in the league.
I mean, if you
it's a better thrower of the football to me.
Bull sugar. Pull up the stats. Pull up the stats.
What stats? What stats are we looking for?
We kicked Derek Carr's ass.
Huh?
We beat Derek Carr.
Winning. You know, Dak is leading in all of that, even yards, throw.
Completion percentage?
Pull it up. Pull it up.
Let me look up Derek Carr completion percentage.
It's close. It's close.
QBR. I don't even have to look it up. I know the Dak Prescott stats is better.
I just know that Derek Carr didn't have Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb on that team.
Derek Carr started off with Amari Cooper.
True, but he was one of the best before he got hurt. I mean, that team looked like a Super Bowl contender the year he got hurt a few years ago.
Yeah,
I mean, Derek Carr did play against the Cowboys before, and we gave him an L. It's just that last year, of course.
Look, man, I don't think it's
close. It's still a good
I don't think it's as close. I think it's Dak Prescott. He's better.
Look at Professor. He pulling them stats.
No, I'm looking because
he trying. He reaching, boy.
He looking for that hope. Now
he reaching.
No, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Derek Carr.
I can tell by your statement.
I'm a fan.
Ronnie Angel, thank you for the super sticker.
So I wasn't just throwing it out there.
He's a fan of Dash and Dak any chance he gets.
Look,
no, seriously, I really think Derek Carr could throw the ball like at a high clip. I think he's going to do some damage.
Nobody's disputing that. He's just not better than Dak Prescott.
I can't
at throwing the football. Yeah. Derek Carr's a good quarterback. And I told you, they're all in that second.
I don't know, man.
All in that second tier. Right?
Yeah, I agree.
They're quarterbacks. They're in that second tier. I just think that if we're ranking them, Dak might be 13 and Derek Carr might be 14.
Right. Yeah, that's where I am. That's where I am.
It's not like it's a big discrepancy.
Right.
I just think Dak's better than him.
Yeah.
Landry Baldwin, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB who writes, hey, Louie, which team in this division has the best running back room right now and why? I think it's Washington easily. I really, first of all, I love Tony Pollard.
Right, right.
I love Tony Pollard.
Tony Pollard, man.
I also like the collection that the Eagles have in their backfield as well. I mean,
they have the most talented running back in the division, but he can't stay healthy.
Yeah, you talking about Miles Sanders?
No, Saquon Barkley.
Oh, well, no, yeah, of course. I mean,
but he can't stay healthy.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be frustrating being a Giants fan because, like, games like New Orleans last year, like when you just get a little taste of what you can be when you're healthy and guys are playing good football.
Yeah, like Daniel Jones throwing 400 yards.
Yeah,
like,
Saquon Barkley catching the ball out of the backfield like he was supposed to when he came out of Penn State.
Yeah, that was frustrating.
Games like that really have to aggravate you because that's what you should be all the time.
Yep.
But you're not.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, we felt we should have beat Washington the first game.
Yeah, absolutely.
There was no way we should have laid an egg against Atlanta. They suck. So I'm thinking to myself, if we couldn't beat when we lost to you guys, I'm like, here we go. I'm just like, here we go again. I mean, it's over. Like, this is just going to be the Giants. And then they come out and score like 10 points against the Falcons, who gave up 80 points in the first 2 weeks. And I'm like, yeah, we suck. And then we're going to get killed by New Orleans, and somehow he throws for over 400 yards, and we win in overtime.
Right. Yeah. It just didn't make any sense.
I thought maybe he turned the corner that game, but he turned the corner, ran right into a wall.
Well, as usual. Yes. Didn't you have a chance to seal that game with an interception in the end zone, and you guys dropped it against Atlanta, the back of the end zone?
Yeah, I think it was against Atlanta. I forgot who that was. I don't think it was. It might have been. Oh God, who the hell dropped that interception? But yes, we did have a chance.
Janoris Jenkins wasn't on your team, was he?
No. Oh God, Janoris Jenkins. Everybody loves that one too. Shit on dude. That was a classic.
Yeah, I can't remember. It was somebody in the back of the end zone.
Was it Logan Ryan? Like, why? I thought it was a safety, but
it might have been a safety. I don't think it was Logan Ryan.
Interception.
But y'all had a chance to beat.
We have a lot of those. We have a lot of that type of stuff happen to us.
So to answer your question, I don't think Dallas's room is deep enough. They go two backs deep.
Yeah.
I love Tony Pollard though.
TP is good. Ezekiel is coming, off of PCL too.
I like the depth of Philadelphia's room,
and I love Antonio Gibson.
I love Gibson and J.D. McKissick.
Yeah.
Like McKissick is one of the best.
Went to Buffalo, right?
No, he's back in Washington.
I thought he went to Buffalo.
He did, and then he changed his mind. He had to change.
Oh, really? Oh,
he wanted to come to a winner.
I like the Eagles. I ain't going in front. I think it's the Eagles, man. Our third.
Of course you do. Best. No, seriously, I think your running back room is deep, man. I do.
Yeah, it is.
I do.
It's deep. I mean, we had the most.
I like Kenneth Gainwell. I like Kenneth Gainwell a lot.
That little sucker Boston Scott kicks their ass.
Boston Scott is
the little Eagle running backs, the Westbrooks, the Sean McCoys, the Boston
he had 7 touchdowns.
The Darren Sproles. If you're under 5'9" and you play for the Eagles and you're running back, you're going to kill the Giants. That's just how it goes.
I will say this though, Miles Sanders concerns me because he didn't have a touchdown at all last year, but he led all the running backs in yards.
That's on your coaching staff.
I think so too in the red zone because Jalen Hurts led the team in rushing touchdowns.
I'm about to say Jalen Hurts was probably keeping it. That's on Jalen Hurts too. He probably could have gave that shit a couple times.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna keep this bitch and get this touchdown. But yeah,
Jalen Hurts led the team in rushing yards and rushing touchdowns. I think
I told you he was a running back playing quarterback. What part of that you don't understand?
I think he's a quarterback that can run. I think he can play quarterback too.
Way around. He's a quarterback.
I don't think so, man. I think he's gonna show. He's gonna show you.
Be able to throw a little bit.
He gonna show you.
Okay.
What it had at this year?
What it had at?
It's around. I don't feel like getting up.
Hurts off season.
Hey, right. Joe Rockhead J, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for doubling up. Double up. Joe Rockhead J writes, I want to be the best team in the best division. I think that's the goal for all of us.
Yep.
Is have the best division and be the best team representing the best division in all of football. But again, that can't happen until everybody's strapped with a QB. And until that happens, you can get lucky and win 10, 11. Clearly, we haven't, but teams get lucky all the time, win 11 games in one season. It's consistency that you are going to lack when you don't have that guy under center.
No doubt.
So that's the problem. Let's see. Dejon Bell, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Are we the only division that every team has a Super Bowl?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. And
absolutely.
Yes.
I just realized all you guys have beards. I'm wondering if the next time I should just let this grow out. You know, if we did this next week, I'd have one just as thick as Law over there.
Yeah.
Right. I'm pretty sure. Dude, I'm pretty sure you could grow a beard in like 5 hours.
Look,
LB, I was born with a 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah, look. I'm fighting for mine over here, man. I'm fighting a good fight for mine. So,
bro, one of my good buddies I was in the army with, he's an Italian dude. Man, they used to be on him about that shaving profile. Man, that dude would come out. We have a whole weekend to drink, and dude would be a whole werewolf by Monday when we got to go to formation.
Yeah, insane.
That's crazy. I need to borrow some of that. David Heath, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB who writes, Cowboys trash, Giants trash, Eagles trash. Forever will love my Redskins. 42 years strong. I've been a fan. Lou is the best. Appreciate you, David.
Y'all the Commanders now.
I was gonna say, who's
that man is a Redskins fan.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And it will always be Redskins.
So he don't have a team.
He don't right. He don't give a damn what they call. He gonna call, and there's a lot of people like that. They're gonna keep calling them the Redskins. The Commodes.
Like the old school Rams fans.
It like a lot of different fans. I know people that when their teams change their name or they change locations, they don't go with them.
Right.
Like they done with them. So
I think the Rams have some of that.
There's something that
the Rams have that. Like the St. Louis fans are not Rams fans.
They're not. Yeah. I know a dude that he's a Jacksonville fan now.
Yeah.
You know,
he just changed. Right.
He's just like, I'm done. I can't. Like I live in St. Louis. I grew up in Missouri. Like
tell him how's that going for him right about now, though.
Hey, look, man, he could care less. I know it probably hurt a little bit to see him win the Super Bowl, but he's like, nah, I'm a Trevor Lawrence fan. I ain't got nothing to do with that. He ain't trying to hear that.
He saw them old school Rams Super Bowls, though. Greatest show on turf.
He did.
He did.
Diehard Giants fan. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Diehard Giants fan writes, New York City pizza is greater than Philly cheesesteak. I've had both.
Oh, he's right about that.
Where you had a cheesesteak from? Listen to this cat. Where you had it from?
Maybe he had it from Pat's.
Yeah, that ain't no cheesesteak. That's a tourist attraction.
I don't know. I've never had Philly cheesesteak, and I'm going to tell you right now, New York City pizza better. There ain't nothing better than
New York City pizza is good, though.
It's good.
I thought that was fighting words, LB.
No, that's New York City pizza. Nothing like it.
It's good.
Nothing like
it's good. It's different because one slice you good.
Yeah.
And you got to fold it, right? You got to fold it.
You got to fold it. You got to sop some of the grease off. You got to do some extras, but one slice you good.
Right.
That remind me of that big ass slice you used to get from Villa's Pizza. That one big slice in that container.
That's like half a pizza. You just cut it in half. Here you go. Law, here you go.
Kevin the PRF. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Writes from my man Johnny Boy 26 catching heat in the chat. If you could have one on your team for free, would the panel take Terry McLaurin or DK Metcalf?
I'm taking McLaurin. I'm going McLaurin. I like Scary Terry a lot.
I'm taking DK, but because we already got Lamb, so I'm pairing DK and Lamb together, not Lamb and McLaurin.
Yeah.
LB, you still trying to figure out if Derek Carr is better than Dak?
No, I'm not. I gave up on that. It really doesn't concern me either way. My bad.
I'm biased, but I was never a DK Metcalf fan. Even back in Ole Miss, he can't run routes. I thought the perfect place, we talk about fit, the perfect place for him was Seattle because they allowed him to be himself. Seattle with Russell Wilson, they had a built-in check down where the receiver wouldn't even leave the line of scrimmage. He would just stand at the line of scrimmage. And if Russ couldn't find somebody down the field, he would literally throw it out to the receiver. And it was plays like that. It was DK just being able to run vertically and run slants that allowed him. And then Russ just doing off-schedule rush shit that allowed him to thrive. So I don't think DK in a structured offense would be as effective as he's been in Seattle. So I would go with Terry McLaurin because of that fact.
How many tubs Terry had last year?
Terry's, I'm going to be honest with you, he's not a Tubbs guy, but he had 7 last year.
Okay, DK had 12. And I just look at it like what he would do in Dallas, being the guy that can vertically stretch it. But
DK showed me, though, that he could play.
Yeah.
DK showed me that he could play with bad quarterbacks, too, though, or quarterbacks who aren't stars. But Terry's been doing that for a long time. I got to get an edge to Terry.
Terry's been doing that since he came into the league.
He ain't had a quarterback yet.
So yeah,
he's dying to have.
So if Carson Wentz can't get him close to 1,000 yards, my God.
Well, he's gonna get over 1,000. Whether Carson takes him there or not, if we play with 4 quarterbacks, he's still gonna get 1,000. That's just. And we're adding talent. Yeah, we're gonna add a receiver at 11. So he's gonna have help this year. It's gonna be Chris Olave more likely than not. Okay. It's gonna be a Chris Olave. So he's gonna have some help now. And we got Curtis Samuel. Don't forget, it's like a extra free agent acquisition because his ass didn't play
people
last.
Saying Washington, the Ohio Washingtons, or Washington, Ohio.
Yeah, look, man, it was like with Bruce Allen when he didn't know what the hell he was doing. Just take Alabama players. You can't go wrong. Right?
That's what we do. We just take Georgia players.
Yeah, when you don't know. When you don't know, you stick with a school that you know is being coached well, and you hope that it works out for you.
Andrew Thomas, Azeez Ojulari, Lorenzo Carter, DeAndre Baker, all dogs. That's why I was like, maybe Nakobe Dean going to be a giant this year.
Nakobe Dean, you won the prize.
Nakobe Dean.
Daily Grind. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy, Daily Grind, writes, okay, panel, question for all of you. Who is the better receiver? Okay, so we just answered that. Terry McLaurin and DK Metcalf. So clearly they having that discussion in the comment section.
Yes.
So we split on that one.
When I was looking at the comment section, I also saw a lot of back and forth, but Derek Carr is better than Dak, and Dak's better than Derek Carr. That was pretty funny.
Right.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool debate, I mean, they're close, so it is a debate.
They're in the same class.
They're right. They're in that same group.
They're in the same class. I agree.
Right. That's like us comparing Daniel Jones and Jalen Hurts.
I guess. No, to be fair, that's where anybody would reasonably place Jalen Hurts. He got to get himself out of that.
That's what I'm saying.
But last year, Carr did step up last year,
Yeah. And he's done it before.
He did it before.
You know what I'm saying? Like the year he got injured, he was in the MVP conversation back in 2016. Like he's done it before. But it's just, again, the consistency is the problem when you're not an elite quarterback.
Yeah, 23 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. That was his stuff last year.
Yeah. Now, to his defense, Darren Waller was out for a huge chunk of the season. And they don't, and Henry Ruggs did kill somebody, and so that took another weapon away. He had a lot going on out there, man.
Did that? The Raiders are my sleeper team to make the playoffs last year, and the things that they dealt with, I mean, from all kinds.
Yeah, didn't the coach get fired? Gruden got fired midway.
They battled through that to make the playoffs. It was one of the best coaching jobs.
I saw. I thought he should have gotten the job, to be honest, but
amazing.
It's crazy what he was able to do.
Yeah.
It was amazing. But I mean, we'll see I'm not a Josh McDaniels fan, but we'll see what he does.
Right.
John Livingston, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, my guy JL Smooth. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB. Writes, Lou, my second best quarterback in the division. My guy, second best quarterback in the division. He says, are we talking about the guy who sprained both ankles on a single play? No shot. He's his own worst enemy. Look, Carson Wentz got here, and the first thing he said is, and it's the same shit Ryan Fitzpatrick said. Now, Ryan Fitzpatrick went to a water slide with his kids and broke his hip. He's 80 years old. And then he got hit in a football game, and he was done for the season. But Ryan Fitzpatrick got here, and he said, I'm learning how to take care of the football, when to try, when to risk it and when to scale back. Carson Wentz said, I've learned over the years when I need to go for it and when I need to just kind of say, all right, next play. So he's learning. Again, it's easy to say that. Is he applying that on the field? We'll see. But I can only tell you what I saw in Indy and what I've heard him say. And I see a guy that's getting back to a mental space in a place where I think he can be successful. So we'll see. Again, a lot has to go right, but I feel like we're insulating. Let me tell you this, and then we'll move on. The first thing Ron Rivera said to him, and again, everything with Carson Wentz is mental. I told you it's between the ears.
Right.
When we sent the car for him, he shows up to the facility. Ron Rivera shakes his hand, asks him about his wife. They, just had a daughter, right, not too long ago. Asked about his family, and then he said, how's it feel to be somewhere where you're wanted? Mentally, he's already letting that guy know, we want you. We went and traded for you. We went and got you. We rescued you. We want you here. So you laughing, and I know what you're saying. When you got dudes with fragile mental states, you got to make sure that you stroke that ego, that you coddle them in that way. I think he'll get stronger once he gets in this environment and he's around his teammates and they rally around him. I think he'll be fine. But when he first walked into this building, he needed to know that he's wanted, because clearly Indianapolis didn't want him.
They're going to be saying this right here.
Hey, they wanted him too.
Stop, Steve!
Come back, they gave him a first round pick for him.
They're going to be saying that when they see him.
Look.
This is the thing, Louis. Everybody
that's what you're going to be saying when we come to Dallas and take one from you.
That's
what you're going to be saying. Stop, Steve! Stop!
Oh, my gosh, man.
What you was about to say, LB?
I was saying everybody had him at one point. You know what I mean? We drafted him. We wanted him. We took him very high in the draft. You know what I mean? Indy, they traded a first-round pick. Yep. Y'all traded a second-round pick. Everybody want him until they don't want him.
No. Until you start playing.
Listen. Indy traded for him because Frank Wright wanted him. That's Frank's boy, and Frank still wants him. Frank said Carson Wentz can still be a top 10 quarterback in this league. If Frank Wright had it his way, he'd still be in Indy. This isn't a Frank Wright move. This was all ownership.
Well, we'll find out, man. We'll find out, man.
Let me ask y'all this before I get to the next super chat. I want to ask the panel, because this is a guy that I struggle with, and I don't understand the hype personally. How do y'all feel about Drake London, the receiver out of USC?
I think everybody's just in love with big body wide receivers. I think he could either be who's a big body guy today? He could either be like Mike Williams or Arthur
Mike Williams is his comp, right? If he reaches the ceiling, he's Mike Williams. Yeah. I think he could easily, and if he does achieve that, because there were some people saying he's Mike Evans. He's not Mike Evans. I can tell you that right now. Yeah. He's not Mike Evans. He can't run. He can't separate. But he can be Mike Williams, because Mike Williams makes a lot of contested catches. Mike Williams also drops the football from time to time, which I saw on tape.
Mike Williams can separate from time to time too, though.
And he can run. This is the thing I said, and which is why I don't believe in Drake London.
You better get even the people that think man. But get your SEC wide receiver, man.
This dude, Mike Williams, ran a 4.54, right? Yeah. And at times, Mike Williams will haul ass and run away from you.
Right.
Drake London literally said at his pro day, his personal pro day, I feel stronger and faster than ever before. Then why you ain't running?
Man, he
because he know he ain't running fast.
Yeah.
So I think he could easily be Laquan Treadwell.
Damn.
Yeah. It's rough.
I don't want to put that on the man.
I think he attacked the ball a little bit better.
The Giants don't need a wide receiver, so I haven't paid any attention to them. But we have a big body wide receiver here that ain't very good. So I know all about that. A guy like Kenny Golladay also makes contested catches, runs faster than a 4.5 40, but absolute doo-doo. So you never know, man. Doo-doo.
Doo-doo.
I refuse to give up on Kenny Golladay, man. I refuse to give up on Kenny Golladay. Real talk.
Can't give up on him. We got it for another.
No, I'm about to say you signed up for him for a minute,
and I was happy. I was like, "Oh, we got the number one. Yeah, here we go." Joe Judge. We were 6-10. We had no offense. Oh, Saquon Barkley. Yeah, I don't know what the hell I was.
Look over here. They saying that Drake London is Alshon Jeffrey.
Could see that.
Alshon Jeffrey had some productive years.
So Alshon was another dude that really wasn't the best at separating.
Right.
But I felt like Alshon Jeffrey's hands, now Eagles fans might disagree because he had that big drop against the Saints in the playoffs, but Alshon had official hands.
He had the good hands.
You know what I mean? Drake London.
Alshon also had really good body control.
Drake London, I think, has body control too. I'm not going to take that away from him. I just too many drops on tape. He can't separate. And the thing about NFL DBs, you're not playing Fresno State, you're not playing Oregon State.
Right.
These NFL DBs, if they don't respect your speed, they squatting on everything because they know you can't run away from them.
Yeah.
So that back shoulder fade that you was catching on these unaware DBs in the Pac-12, these NFL corners eating that shit up. The minute your foot sticks in the ground, they breaking.
Yeah.
Because they like, even if it's a double move, I know I can make up the distance because you're not fast.
Exactly.
But what saved Drake a little bit is his mentality, though. He do have like a little nastiness.
He blocks. He's physical. Yeah. There's a lot to like about him.
Yeah.
I don't see, like, people got him as the number one receiver. He could go as early as 8 to Atlanta. I don't see that.
But
anyway, I got to look at him a little more in depth. I've been right on a lot of wide receivers.
If he goes to a sweet quarterback, man, they're gonna give him the rock and put it in the percentage in the window. Drake can probably do some things.
I think Alshon Jeffrey is a good comparison.
That's a good comp. Yeah.
We'll see. Real talk, Perez. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, man. It's been a long time since I heard from you, bro. He says, Ben said Terry was the best in the East. Now my new sleeper number one watching is Giants Kadarius Toney. He can be what they thought OBJ was if he gets it going. Watch. His ass got to show up with 2 shoes and be locked in first before that happens.
He's got it. Well,
he must be sleepy.
Kadarius Toney has the talent. We saw it, but it was in a brief spurt. He's got to stay healthy. Mm-hmm. He's got to get a quarterback that can get him the ball. And more importantly, for one thing I'll say about Odell Beckham was a distraction. Beckham did some pretty crazy things. Beckham obviously had a big microscope on him. Some of the things he did, some of the celebrations, the boat trip, all this stuff. Mm-hmm. Kadarius Toney, one thing I never question about Odell Beckham, he wants to win.
Yeah,
100%. Man's busting his ass every game, every play, wants to win, wants the ball all the time. I have a little concern that Kadarius Toney's not that guy. This is the second year in a row he's missed OTAs. And when you're a rookie, you should be there. I know it's voluntary, but God, you should be there. Mm-hmm. You know, and
you rarely hear that.
A lot of the year last year.
Right.
You should be there. You should be working with the quarterback. You should be trying to get that chemistry of Dan Jones and working and learning the new coaches step into play. But you should try. You should be trying. Talent-wise, yes. But again, this is very important in all sports. Yep. So I'm a little concerned about that. If he can get his head on straight, I'm not going to compare him to Beckham, but you see that twitchiness like Beckham. You can see him making people miss, getting open like Beckham. You can see that talent's there, but it's hard. Real talk, Perez. I hope you're right, man. I hope that's what he turns into. I really do. Just again, the mental aspect.
I don't think he must have conformed to like the whole team thing. Yeah, you know what I mean? Something's just kind of off with him.
Yeah. Beckham had football IQ, man. It's amazing. But
I'll be right back. Don't get old, guys. This is what happens when you get old and you drink. You gotta, go to the bathroom. Don't get old.
It's all good, man. I kind of agree.
I got to get ready to bounce too, though.
Hey, well, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here in a bit. Then I don't want to keep y'all too much longer. Let me see what we got going on here. All right, we almost out of here. I got 2 super chats and then we'll get y'all out of here, man. Appreciate y'all. doing this. So we'll get this super chat, and then we'll get the next one, and then we'll get out of here. Carlton Pagano Jackson, my guy CPJ, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB Rights. What do y'all think about Deshaun and the Browns this year? Shout out to the mob. Great seeing y'all boys together.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's
magic.
It's great. I mean, it's a lot of bread, though, for somebody who ain't playing a year. But we all know who Deshaun Watson is. Mm-hmm. They did that sneaky thing, got Amari, paired him up with Deshaun. You got Nick Chubb. They really got some stuff that could be dangerous over there.
Yeah.
So I think I'm anxious to see it, honestly.
Yeah. And they play in a division where you're not sure about Pittsburgh, right? Mm-hmm. Cincinnati showed us something last year. Can they do it again?
Right.
And then the Ravens, you know, they usually are a playoff team, but, you know, they took a step back last year. So it's really interesting to see what happens in that division. But tell you what, man, if everybody stays healthy because they got a beast offensive line.
Right.
They got 2 running backs, not 1, 2. They got 2 running backs in Chubb and Hunt. They got the thing. I think they need to add another receiver.
They will. They will.
I think they'll do that via the draft. But if Watson picks up where he left off at in Houston, it could be dangerous, man.
Yeah, the other thing with Cincinnati, their secondary sucks. You go into the season with Eli Apple as your starter.
I think they're going to draft a corner, man.
I do too, but rookie corners usually have a hard time adjusting to the NFL too.
Yeah.
To me, outside of quarterback, I think corner is the toughest adjustment going from college to the NFL because those receivers are bigger, stronger, faster. It's insane how much more speed again the NFL plays at. So I think that's a major adjustment, which. That's why everybody wants a lockdown corner. It's
doubt.
A tough thing to get.
But
Sauce could go top 3.
That's an insane situation for the Cleveland Browns. That low key, their division, it could be another good division depending on how everything shake out. But if Deshaun Watson get a chance to play fully, although the last time he played, of course, their record was like 4-12.
But he had the best year of his career.
But his stats, 33 touchdowns, 7 interceptions.
Without DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, 4,800 yards, man.
I love Deshaun.
He carried them. They had no defense at all. No. I can't tell you how many leads they blew at the end of games because they couldn't get a stop. So
I wanted the Giants to draft him so bad.
It's crazy because it's not like they went 1, 2, or 3. They went 10 and like 11.
Right,
I know.
Right. So
Farsi, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Farsi says, Daboll gonna scheme Tony into leading the NFC East at receiver in all-purpose yards. Look how he used McKenzie in Buffalo, and Tony is way more talented.
I hope you guys are right with Kadarius Toney. I guess the talent's there. Again, he's got to stay healthy. He had some injury problems, and again, I think his head has to be into the game. But if Tony shows up and he's ready to work and he stays healthy, I'm very interested in seeing what he can do and what he means. Because again, right now we don't know what we're doing with the 7 pick, but in essence, we traded Micah Parsons for Kadarius Toney. So far that has not worked out in our favor, but we'll see what we do with the 7 pick and what that turns into, because that's what we got for Micah Parsons, Kadarius Toney in number 7. So.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for not saying he was Lawrence Taylor. No. Thank you. Appreciate that.
We're going to go lightning round so we can get y'all out of here, man. Jeremiah Butler says, who got the most bandwagoners in terms of fans? He says Dallas easily.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, we got the most fickle fan base out there. We're loyal to a default right there. But, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We bring them all. Come on over.
Straight facts. Eagles the worst fans in the NFL, and their crab fries hella shit. He says, I'll be seeing y'all in the parking lot again next year. I think he knocked somebody out in the parking lot last year. Good luck.
That's cap.
After the game, it was crazy. I'm like, dude, don't be knocking people out, man. What's wrong with you? Great Watubi says, are you going to come back and predict the schedule when it comes out like last year? Of course we're going to do that.
Yeah,
of course
we're
going to do that.
Yeah.
David Heath says, I'm riding with Carson. I'm believing in him, having faith that it's in God's plan. He has food trucks in a youth sports complex in Haiti. So, look, nobody's doubting that Carson's a good dude. And nobody ever said that. It's what is he going to do on the field? Your boy Al says, I remember last year the panel was killing the birds. Year 2. Bullies, hashtag bullies in the building. Look, I can't say nothing.
No respect on our name. They said we was a 4-1 team.
Yeah,
we was getting
disrespected on y'all last year.
Hey, shout out to your coach, man, Sirianni, because I thought for sure in that press conference he was like,
that didn't bother me when he was stuttering and stuff. I said, I got to give him credit for making the adjustment in season.
Yeah.
Yep. To run the football, because a lot of guys are stuck on this is my philosophy. This is what I want to do, and you're trying to fit a square peg in a round hole, and he realized that's not what we are. Yeah. Especially with Jalen Hurts at quarterback, we got to run the football.
I think I only seen that twice actually, where a coach just changed his whole game plan to fit.
Just like
what fits best with the team.
Dandrix, thank you for the super chat rights. Lurker here, but I had to come out of the shadows to show some love and do my part to help rep home field working. So I'll catch y'all on the replay. I appreciate you, Dandrix. Really appreciate that.
And that's the only thing about Brian Daboll. I don't know, what he's going to do with a team. I don't either. We don't know. So that's the thing.
All we can do is look at what he did for Josh Allen and say, if he can do that for Josh Allen, Allen is super talented. But remember, there were people that didn't believe in Josh Allen. I've been a staunch Josh Allen supporter since Wyoming. And the people said, you can't fix inaccuracy and this, that, and the third. Look what he did with Josh Allen.
This is the thing. Daniel Jones don't have that talent.
No. And I'm not doubting that. I'm not doubting that. I'm just saying, if y'all get the right guy, he could.
Listen, Kafka also work at Pat Mahomes. So if nothing else, we have coaches that work with maybe the 2 best quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah.
Tony P56 says, who do y'all want with your first round picks?
Guard.
Well, I got 2. So.
I want a wide receiver.
You got 2 first round picks.
Yeah, they got 3.
Wide receiver and edge.
They got 3.
No, we got 2 now.
We got 2.
Oh, you traded. That's right. You traded.
Yeah, with the Saints.
That's
right. Wide receiver, defensive lineman.
I want Aquanu and Thibodeau. That's what I want.
There we go.
You wanted who?
Ike Aquanu.
Oh, okay, got you.
And Kayvon Thibodeau. Yeah. Those are the guys I want.
That's some good stuff right there.
Sin City Cowboys
says. Hutchinson, Aiden?
Well, he's not going to make it to us.
Okay,
I know he ain't making it to us.
That's right.
I know he ain't getting there.
That's right.
If he ever falls to 5, I might do a cartwheel. I might break my hip because I'm old. But Ryan Fitzpatrick might hip doing a cartwheel in my basement.
Yeah, no. You'll be fine.
He ain't making it to us.
Sin City Cowboy, thank you for the super chat rights. Dallas sweeping this division again. Love the show. See y'all before the season. Champs. Hashtag Cowboys Nation. I can't say nothing. You swept us. Right.
That's what I'm talking about, Sin City. Representing, baby.
Yeah. Tony P56 says, start bench, practice squad cut with each team's number 1 wide receiver.
Bench, practice squad cut.
I'm gonna start Smitty. I'm a bench. I'm a bench Quez.
Oh no! I think he's talking about everybody's in the division.
What do you mean?
So, for instance, if you think Terry's the best, you start him. If you think CeeDee Lamb's the second best, you bench him. You practice squad
Kenny Galladay,
and then
you practice squad
Devontae Smith, and then Kenny Galladay would be the guy you cut. So I think that's what he was referencing.
Yeah.
Can we all agree on that?
Yeah.
That order.
And I can't wait to see Smith's second year.
That dude's dangerous. I like him a lot. Can Jalen Hurts get him the football? Is the question. Oh shit. Metaphor.
I mean, he broke the rookie receiving yard record. I mean, what more guy has to be done?
What more can I say?
Breaking news: Hurts just traded to the USFL, New Jersey Generals.
Breaking news.
He's such a troll. My God, Metaphor. Gear Cell 1, thank you for the super chat rights. Just saw Jerry Jones and Dan Snyder in Myrtle Beach wearing matching flannel Speedos with purple Timberlands and gray socks. Tragic. Ron's plan. Okay. Malik Ross.
I think he missed John Mara serving him medium soda.
Medium. Right. There you go. Don't forget the medium. Don't forget the medium Pepsi. All right. Malik Ross.
We got Jerry Jones on the line.
Your damn act together. Don't like your attitude.
Hey, Hey, what was he eating? A sandwich or something? In Hard Knocks, man.
Man, Jerry
that shit looked dry as hell too.
He put iodine salt on a McGriddle, man. Salt on your McGriddle, baby.
Man, I don't know what the hell Jerry got going on, man. Malik Ross says CeeDee Lamb or Terry McLaurin. We already answered that. Let's see. I'll run through a couple more. Benjamin Slade says, Brunson, if Wentz turns it around, how painful will that be?
He's not.
He didn't ask you if he didn't. He asked you if he did. Okay?
I mean, it wouldn't really be painful for real. We got a first round pick back for him. How painful will it be for the Colts? Will be the real question. We've been closed the chapter on that.
Or have you? I think some of the saltiness that I felt tonight, some of that energy that I felt was like, F him. How dare he come back here to this division? We got something for his ass. That's what I felt in my spirit. So I think there's something still there. But
they're gonna make a story out of him playing the Eagles for sure.
Yeah. Of course they are.
Week 1, they're gonna be definitely deep.
It
week
should
1.
be.
Do y'all play the Colts too this year?
Yes, we do. In Indy. Yes, we do.
Right. Yeah. So there's a lot of stories around Carson Wentz.
Yes, there will be.
27 touchdowns and 7
Eagles 17.
Yep. Not bad.
Says which team in the division has the best defense? #Fly Eagles. That's a good question.
Best defense? I'm gonna say the Dallas Cowboys.
I gotta say Dallas too. I was just about to say I think I gotta go with Dallas, man.
Yeah,
appreciate last year I would have jumped all over that and said it was my guys, but I gotta go with Dallas right now. Yeah, if they would have lost their coordinator, I would have jumped ship like quick. All right, fellas. That is it. I thank you guys for your time. Look, time flies when you're having fun. I didn't even realize it was after midnight. It's crazy. You guys,
normal time for me, Louie. I'm right in the middle of this.
Look, this would have been probably the third quarter for you of the Lakers game. So
fourth quarter, 3:40 to go. Golden State, Denver.
What score? Golden State's?
It's 109, 3:35 to go fourth quarter.
Okay.
Wow. Look, I'm agreeing. Did Dallas win? Did Dallas win tonight? Mavericks?
I don't know if they won or not.
Look, I'm a Memphis Grizzlies fan. We were down 26, came back and hawked them boys and beat them by 10.
Damn.
Yeah.
Down by 26.
I lost some money on that game.
You should have lost some damn money on that game. Yeah. Don't bet against the Grizzlies. The hell is wrong with you? So with that said, man, you fellas are the best. Real quick, I shouldn't have to do this. All their information is down in the comment in the description. So go follow these dudes, give them a sub. But everybody tell these viewers out here where they can find your work. I mean, I'm pretty sure they all know where to find it, but tell them where they can find your work. And if you've got anything else going on, you got social media, anything else, plug it.
No doubt. I can go.
Just type in Lil Brunson. You'll find me all over the place.
There you go. And
then go cop the album, man. Man putting out singles.
You got a single out there,
man? It ain't, no. He said that you can either get little increments every 2 weeks. He could bless you with a track, or you could get the meat and potatoes, and he can just give you an album how y'all want it. He can give it to you any way you want it.
However they want it.
You know what I'm saying?
I got a single. I got a single that just dropped at midnight.
Shit, I want an autograph copy.
Let me hear something, man. Let me hear, man. What you got, man?
Right while we was on this live, midnight.
Look, the man. I'm telling you, the man's nasty, man.
He's nasty with it. He cold-blooded with it. He J. Cole with it.
Yeah, he talking about stabbing people in the sandbox. The dude he's a monster.
I ain't saying nothing about that.
Okay,
that's rough.
Hey man, y'all can find me at Law Nation, man. Just type that in on your Google or your Twitter or Instagram and Facebook, and you'll see my name, face, and logo. And let's go. I appreciate you, man, for having on this channel.
Superstar.
Man. Come on, man. Oh yeah, the king of the East, and we represent the East.
Get the hell out of here, bad dog. Plug yourself.
Out of the West, man. We come over here and we represent and we take over the East. How about that? Because we are some beasts over here.
Bottom of the East, but still, I represent my team every week. I didn't have to put a bag over my head because my team's in first place right now, Giants fans. One of these days, we're going to do one of these roundtables, Giants fans, and we're going to be able to talk this shit. We're going to be talking about, is our player better than any player on these other teams? You can find me at Bad Dog Sports on YouTube, on Instagram. I'm Mr. Bad Dog 7676 on Twitter. And next week, me and my boy Chris, we will be live every day, 11 to 1 in the morning through the afternoon talking about the Giants draft. We're going to do some mock drafts. A lot of Giants content next week, especially because of draft. And, of course, we'll be live Thursday night, Friday night, and all day Saturday to cover the New York Giants draft for all you – well, covering the draft, but obviously focusing on the New York Giants. So if you want to come by and hang out, Bad Dog Sports on YouTube, and hopefully see all you Giants fans there. And Louis T, I always appreciate you hosting. I love you. Listen, I hate your teams with a passion, but I love you guys, man. It's nothing but love. I love doing this. I could talk to you guys for 6 hours about football. You guys are all awesome. You're the best at what you do, and I got nothing but respect for you guys. I can't say the same for your teams. And as I said last time, all your names start with L, and I hope
there you go.
Your teams take during the season.
There you go.
Hey, every time you say that, man, I think that's a good omen, man, because we won the division. So keep saying that. You know,
listen, I hold more L's than anybody on here, so it's nothing to me.
Hey, I appreciate it, and the feeling is mutual, man. I can't begin to express how much these streams mean to me and my channel in particular, and so I appreciate you guys blessing the program. We'll take this one on the way out. Metaphor writes, LB single, take my money, my DAC, or my car.
I like that.
I like that one. So that's why I figured we leave on that one from my guy Metaphor. With that said, I think all of these fellas are going to be busy next week. I know I'm off the charts busy next week. The draft is one of the busiest times of the offseason for any content creator that calls themselves following the NFL or a specific team. So with that said, it's going to be crazy next week. Looking forward to chopping it up with you guys in the future. And we will definitely do this again. And you won't have to wait as long for the next one, I promise. So with that said, all of y'all take care out there. Y'all know what it is. Your man Louis T signing off. I am a Washington fan, etched in burgundy and gold. My Washington spirit will never die. Washington spirit will never fold until we meet again. Post up. Take command. Y'all take care. God bless and good night.
It hurts, stinks.
Washington fan via Cowboys blood.